Thanks for showing up for this amazing D&D session. I appreciate you being here. I am going to let my DM, the amazing man that he is, explain to you everything that's going on and allow him to set the story and to let you know everything that's going on up to this point, get you caught up, and who knows, maybe you'll fall in love with it too. Back to him.
Our story takes place in the grand continent Uthra, once the home to the most powerful and wise peoples of all races. A utopia of grandiose thinking, innovations. Magics had never been so vast or varied. All peoples were prosperous in an age of peace and happiness. But seemingly overnight, silver fog overtook the known world, plunging it into chaos. The Golden Age is now long past, and in the past 100 years or so, progress has gone backwards. Magic's lost, history's forgotten. And now the reign of regal politics now dominates the balance of the world. Kings bicker over petty landlines and disputes of blood lineage. The land is now separated by a vast magical wilderness, coated in silver fog. Only the most prominent and well taken care of roads still exist, making any towns along these roads hubs of humanity. Outside the walled bastions, the silver fog carries its own dangers, able to move the environment and its denizens, making navigation difficult if not impossible. Luckily, there are places in the world within the fog that are anchored into place. One of those locations, a bustling city called Yetta O'Dare, where we find our band of heroes. One of which is Branch, a Feywild centaur with the lower half of a large deer, using bow and spear to exact revenge on the warkin who killed his family. Calliope Moonsong, a lush Kalishtar glamour bard, the center of all attention and a friend to all. Aaron, a half-elf divination wizard with a doctorate in archaeology and a knack for map-making. Tyrius Redgefist, a Satyr whispers bard, as keen with a rapier as he is aloof. And finally, Boris Steelguts, a paladin haunted by the past and seeking a brighter future.
Last session on the story of the Silver Fogs. I joined with the Glory Holes in a nice little bit of morning banter and breakfast. Where from there we went out and visited the forges. Apparently they had requiesced some items. Quite an unusual party, I will say. I had them all wrong. They received quite a few high-end items. I requested several items that were quite curious indeed. Angel's feathers, green slime ooze, griffin feathers, predator claws, all sorts of unusual items. I myself had a brief, silent conversation with the Diamond Hearts, discussing bit of trade between a large mithril deposit and myself. That being said, after we left the forges, Calliope and I, decided to wander off to a well-known clothing store run by a couple of very good friends of mine. Uh, the ever-enchanting Violets, a purple tiefling, and Nalkig, the ever-stoic one. From there, we did a little bit of gossiping as we walked, and eventually getting to their establishment, the Wolf of Silk. Bought a few things, looked around, gossiped some more with Violet, and from there we ventured back to the guild, where everyone seemed to disperse into various different places within the guild and throughout the city, eventually coming back sometime about mid-afternoon. It's actually quite a bit of day drinking, to be honest. So that being said, Calliope, would you like to key us in on what you've been doing since we ended session 2 weeks ago? Last we left off, you guys were doing some afternoon drinking, is I do believe where we left off. And you ventured off to do some out of session things. Give us a recap. What happened? What was his last session via your point of view, and what did you do afterwards?
Yeah.
Alright. So, last session, from my point of view, was very lighthearted, except for the fact, no, it was all lighthearted. Nah. We all just went shopping, didn't we? Did anything horrible happen last session? I think
No,
we did.
nothing.
No, I
I
have to
think
keep
you
it
had
up.
the most special shop session of them all. You had like you went to a little spot with
Yeah,
Oh
with
yeah,
Morgan.
Morgan took me
Yeah.
shopping. Okay, right. So first we went to see Lothric and he was all cool and everything and the guys put down so much money as a tip. I ended up getting my stuff quicker than I was supposed to. It was gonna take 2 days. It ended up taking an afternoon. Woohoo. Um
We just brush that
so
off real
thank
quick.
you for putting down the big bucks, boys. I'm getting a magic mirror. The boys went to go find other crafting materials and such. I think you guys went to CW.
Mm-hmm.
No, yes.
Yep.
So the boys went to CW, and me and Morgan, we ventured off to meet her dressmaker. Their names are, I'm spacing on their names, but one's an eccentric and the other is the sexy werewolf stoic guy. And apparently that's just a trend. There's always going to be some sexy stoic good with his hands sewing up something very delicate in this town. That's just the way it goes. Um,
So,
Oh.
the general goods store's tiefling, he goes under the alias of Vendor, and then you never caught the Drider's name, who is his accomplice in the general goods warehouse. He was very keen on avoiding any sort of like name or nickname. He was very good at
Yeah.
redirecting conversations.
Right.
Accomplice, which you would call somebody who helps run something like accomplice. Does it?
Don't ask questions about my friends.
That just
Ask
sounded
deeper
so
questions than I
shady.
do about
And
my
this is
friends.
just
All right.
accomplice. Like what?
So yeah, I went and got a pretty dress. So now my dress is +1 armor. I went to the general store and I got. Oh wait, I went to see Edmund, didn't I? I did a bunch of shopping.
Oh,
I
I
got a
totally messed
pretty.
that up. The violet tiefling at the dressmaker shop was Violet. Mishka is his pet name in a way. And then the werewolf, the very stoic faced, super scarred up bald man was Naukig. And yes, he is a werewolf.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So there's there's a pretty boy and the stoic is always the one working on the delicate shit. It's a funny trend here.
Yep.
Yeah, something a pattern between this and the blacksmith.
Yep.
Right? Even though, hold on, here's a little tea. The blacksmith and the dressmaker, they don't get along.
Oh,
Anyway.
can't we all just get along? We're all
Nah,
craftsmen
apparently the
under
dressmaker talks too much shit. That dressmaker, he be talking spicy. And
yeah.
the orc wasn't with it. The orc wasn't with the spice.
He
So,
he
yeah,
won't say
I
yes
got
to
a
the
new-
dress. He will never
He
make it
would
on
never.
Project Runway.
No, he said I'll make my own dress. How's that?
Right. I was like, I'll just be over here in my corner.
But I got a mind stone or what is it? An elemental stone. It is a mind elemental stone. It's purple and it matches my dress. But more importantly, I am super powerful telepath now. I can mind link with you from any distance as long as I know your face and voice. You cannot hide from me anymore.
I mean, you already breathe when we breathe, so like that's whatever.
That tracks.
But I'm sorry, you leveled up to full on telepathy now?
Yeah, I
Y'all
got
missed
a
her
brain.
maniacal laugh. Y'all did not hear that. Y'all did not hear the
no.
maniacal laugh. It was crazy.
Oh no.
So
Oh
who all
boy.
did you visit? Because there was a bunch of people you went and visited as like a recap. Who did
Yeah.
you visit?
I visited. So yeah, I visited the dressmaker. I visited Edmund and his apprentice. So he's the jewel smith, and that's where I got my brainstone. And then I went to the general store and I got some med kits and some herbalism books. And now I'm flying back to the guild. Oh, I also gave him a couple of cigars because I'm gonna go back and gossip because he got the tea. I know he got the tea.
I'm sorry, you fly now too? You're flying back to the
Yeah,
guild?
I got shoes that make me fly.
Yeah, that is
That's
true.
what I
What?
wanted.
That is
Are
true.
you actually flying now?
Yes.
That is
Girl,
actual
what the
canon.
hell?
That was
Yeah,
canon.
Cannon, she flies. Yeah, she flies
That's,
now.
Yeah.
she flies now. Oh, enemies will hate to see her coming.
So,
Oh,
Yeah.
so, Mitch, you want to go over what Tyrius did? Because Tyrius did some things as well.
yeah,
Uh,
please.
Tyrius went out and via his own backstory contacts, which he has kept under wraps, he has sleuthed out a area of the city where there is a particular dealer of products, and there he has purchased some various illegal and illicit and likely legal substances, and he is now making his way back to the guild as well, doing Tyrius things.
And then
Doing serious things.
I had a study session by myself, and then after that with Morgan, finding out that she has a disdain for all gods except for Morodin, but it's not because she
A handful.
not because she likes Morodin, but just because he's never interacted, I guess.
He's like not an asshole, where some of the other gods
No,
are kind of
I
assholes
guess,
sometimes.
yeah.
no, she took the dwarves and their dedication to Morodin as like kind of a sign of, or
Yeah.
at least what I took is like
Yeah.
as a sign of him being somebody worthy of dedication. Because like
Like
Yeah.
he's
his
cool.
people are actually faithful, and you look at other gods, followers, and
Right. And then she knows Cavella, but has never met her. Um, and then she's also gathering me materials so that I can study forging.
Wow.
So
yeah.
that's the recap of 2 weeks of roleplay text channel.
Yay.
So Mitch, have at it.
So, with that, you all complete your various tasks over a couple hours in the afternoon. The sun is likely starting to just get into the evening phase, probably like 5, 6 o'clock, as you all reconverge at the guild, along with many other adventurers that seem to be crowding through the front door to meet up with their friends and allies, talk business. You see that this is actually a pretty busy evening here. There's easily maybe 200 adventurers here spread out between the first and second levels, just having various conversations, eating, drinking, catching up, talking business. You see maps, piles of loot on tables, kind of showing off what they've done. You see adventurers like trading off kills for various fog creatures. Like you see several adventurers have various types of fog wolves. You see some unusually large owls that have like odd mutations, one of them having like a velociraptor talon, and also having large fangs in its beak, giving almost like a saber tooth type look to it. You see another party has brought back some sort of like primordial beast-like vampire corpse. And you see a couple of the guild associates kind of looking over the creature and taking notes on it. There's a lot of things going on. It is a very active evening here at the Adventurers Guild.
So now that we have access to the second floor,
Mhm.
you will find Bofer on the second floor near their little like book area, just drinking and reading And I don't know if at this point Morgan's still with me talking, but I'm there. I'll be there up there reading and talking and just drinking away.
Oh yeah, she would definitely be in the study as well. She is quite well, yeah. She's allowed on the second floor.
Which
I feel like she's allowed wherever she wants.
pretty much.
Who's gonna
That's
tell
kinda
her
what I
no?
thought,
Who's gonna
Yeah.
stop her?
Yeah. So to clarify, the second floor is access to what again?
It gives you access to a broader study. It gives you access to essentially like a small library where you can do information gathering on the area of Yetta O'Dare itself, whether it be points of interest that have been solidified in the fogs, creatures that have been known to Yetta O'Dare's adventures and guard, weather patterns and what studies of the fog have been done, creature types, flora, maps of the area, and a whole bunch of other things: history, family names, politics, just a whole slew of information, probably condensed down, like I said, maybe like 250 books or so.
Holy crap. Yeah, I'll be there studying, and if anyone would like to join me, they can.
That being said, other bonuses to being on the second level are you get a little bit more spacious area to talk. A lot of the tables are walled off from one another, so you can have a little bit more private conversations amongst you and your party. That being said, what else? You guys also would have access to a different set of job boards up here. There's just one long kind of like blackboard. Well, it's more like a cork board, really. And there's a whole bunch of D rank quests up there. Most of them being
No more NDAs.
yeah, no
Never
joke.
again.
Give me a
What
moment.
NDA?
Right.
What are you talking about? There's no war in Bossing Say.
I'm sick. Oh yeah, the journal.
Right.
The what you call it journal. The
Belcher's journal.
halfling journal. No, the halfling journal that I got out of the dungeon. The dude had Shireton Cellars written in it and the date. So we do have some faint idea.
Would you have given it to Erin in her frantic studying?
Or would you have given it to
No.
Beaufort, or do you still have it?
That's mine. I have it.
Okay.
Have you looked at it at all?
Calliope did not hand it over to the person whose shadow might eat it. No.
That's fair and smart, honestly.
What about
Because
me?
again,
Wait.
I don't know that I can trust him right now.
Wait, what about me though?
Yeah, Beaufort's cool still,
Wait.
but like me, that shit to me.
I don't have a hungry
I don't
shadow.
Yeah, but to be fair, I don't remember where we met you.
That's fair. That's fair.
Do we know?
Yeah, y'all. So
Oh, wait, no, we don't.
canon.
No, we don't.
Canon is y'all know you met me. You don't know where, but you know that I'm cool. You know that I'm a part of the group. Like all of our conversations that.
But we don't know why.
Yes. It's like you
Yeah.
have. It's like a horse with blinders on. Like you know that I'm there, and you know kind of why I'm around. I joined the party and everything, but don't know how it happened.
Like, couldn't tell you where we met.
Yeah.
We've known you.
It's like you've known me forever.
And then,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
It doesn't matter that it's only been a couple days, probably.
Yeah, that is true. That is true, Calliope. You did the first thing you said about me when you and y'all met me was, he's Ken.
Yeah, he's Ken.
And that's
Calliope
it.
was raised by dwarves. Unless you are actively trying to kill her, she's going to assume that you're family. All right?
Right.
That's
Hey,
just, that's it.
so I do have a question for Erin. Would you, while we have been doing all of our escapades, would you have still been in the room studying the whole time?
Yeah, I've been locked down this entire time.
Gotcha.
Aaron's
I
the
got-
smartest person in the group.
Just picture a really stressed out college student during finals week. That's Erin right now. She's like got snacks, as many candles as she could get her hands on in the room so that the shadows stay away. And she's looking over like all of the inventory that was laid out like the night before, like double and triple checking everything that we have and kind of trying to what is it, memento her way through piecing together the days that were missing. And also, like, simultaneously, after her vision, she's trying to figure out how to break herself from her shadow, if that's at all possible. Because, like, studying to gain power and gain control of her magic is one thing, but the kind of shit that the shadow thing is offering her, that's too much. That's so much.
You also
I don't need the dark side.
you also would have been there. Yeah, you weren't here for the session, but you were in the room when it happened. For when I communed with Morodin. So you would know that Morodin was did not witness my trial. Sees me as righteous, and warned me that the note that Mason gave me about me being hunted is not immediate, but it's future danger.
So he wasn't aware of like the whole you being excommunicated thing. He wasn't there for that, essentially.
So that's the thing is Morgan also in our 2 weeks of gone roleplay thing, she informed me that the commune spell is not that helpful because it leaves the answers flawed and vague. So it's like I kind of had to glean the information myself, and that's what I gleaned from the vision that was imported into my head.
Right.
So as of right now, that's kind of what I have. Because I'll read you. This is what Morgan said to me. She said, "Commune is an inaccurate spell, vague and flawed. In my studies, it relies on the caster's personal interpretation of the answers, which can be misleading at times / most times."
Yeah, that's kind of the trick with prophecy is that you don't always know for sure. It's up to interpretation.
Right. And so, well, this isn't necessarily prophecy. I was communing, but I could only ask 3 questions that were kind of like a yes or no.
Yeah.
And so
so it'll be a little bit.
Yeah. So I had to very very intelligently piece my questions together. But that's the information I gave you guys after the spell happened was Morodin didn't witness my trial, still views me as righteous, and warned me that the danger that I'm in is not immediate, it's for the future.
So I think that might be the part that's, left up to interpretation because immediate is immediate. What if you're not in immediate danger, like, it'll happen tomorrow?
Right. The thing is that in the vision, when I asked the question, I heard the sound of, like when I asked a yes or no question, if it was no, I didn't hear a hammer on an anvil. If it was a yes, I heard a hammer on an anvil. But with that particular question for future or later, or future or now, the sound was a hammer on an anvil, but way far away from me. So that's why Beaufort gleaned it's in the future, meaning like actual future, like down the line.
Okay.
So, but I mean, you're all right. It could mean tomorrow. So.
Listen.
Also, Branch, where have you been this whole time?
Yeah.
Shoot. Training with his dragon.
Oh.
The only family, yes.
Jerry!
Oh, yeah. That boy.
We love Jerry.
The boy.
The boy. The scaly boy.
Scaly boy.
Speaking of which, I need to find Calamara. Where's my baby?
She has been in Tyranny's room on her own little perch.
I bet she living.
Calamara is the phoenix, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
the ribbon's phoenix.
Okay. The one that I tried to shake hands with and tried to talk to, yes.
Mm-hmm.
The bird, you tried to shake hands with a bird?
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Isn't that funny, Calliope?
Aw.
On that good shit.
Ouch.
You don't know me by now?
Fair.
You get on her level.
Well, I guess I'm the only one at the Venturers Guild, so I'll just wait to find out when everybody convenes.
It's evening time, right?
Getting there, yeah.
All right.
So
Why
the
are you gonna mind link with Aaron?
oh god.
Yeah, just I don't know where you are. I just want to use this.
I'm still in the room, so I'm probably just like hunched over like my notes or whatever, and all of a sudden I just hear your voice in my head, I'm assuming.
Basically.
And you're
Knowing
not
Erin, she's probably both of her legs are asleep, her ass is completely asleep. She's wholeheartedly in the zone. Oh man, it's gonna be rough for
she
Erin.
like shoots up that like the quill and the ink that she was just using go flying. Whatever she was just writing is covered in ink. She's like, what what happened? Because also Calliope's not in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And like
And
normally
normally,
mind links
from
are
your
in the room.
understanding, I'd be have to see you, or you would be have to be
Right.
able to see me.
So yeah.
I'm sorry. Aaron, I got cool shit.
She's desperately looking around the room like, okay, am I losing my mind? Are you invisible? What's happening? What's happening?
I got really cool shit, and now I can long distance call you.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Oh no.
Great.
Calliope's
That's
gonna
awesome.
see through her eyes and be like, "Oh no, you messed up your paper."
Yeah. You know, it was probably time for a break anyway. She looks down. There's again like ink all over the tips of her fingers. Half of the shit she was just writing is probably incoherent because again she's been going for so long now. She's like not even seeing what she's reading at this point. You know when you like read a paragraph 5 times, you don't retain any of it, and you're like, I have to stop. She's gotten to that point. She's mentally strung out a little bit. It's like it's fine.
Would I be able to feel any of that? Like,
Yeah, if you're in my mind, I would imagine, right?
yeah. Calliope's
I don't
gonna,
know. What are your what?
Calliope's
How does the
gonna-
new telepathy work?
Right. I mean, I know I can scratch up surface thoughts, and I can kind of get an indicator on like, I guess, heightened emotions. So like, if you're scared, I would know you're scared. If you're exhausted,
Scared,
yeah, that's
stressed. Yeah, she hasn't like she got some snacks earlier. She hasn't had like a proper meal since the day before. Like she didn't come down for breakfast or lunch or anything like that. Like she's been holed up where it's safe.
Calliope, sensing this, is at this point just going to fly up to the room instead and put her stuff down and cast light on her hair. Come on, we're going to get some meat.
What? You just she just kind of whips around at the desk and just what are you wearing? What is that? Where did that come from? The shoes and the dress and the did you get your hair done? What?
Yeah. I know, huh? She's gonna
She's
step
just kind
out
of
her little foot and
she's
strike a
kind of
pose.
Aaron's just kind of blinking like you were not wearing that when you left today, were you?
Wait,
That's
did you notice my tiara? Did you see? Look, ooh, it's so sparkly now.
you have a tiara. That's an elemental stone. That's an elemental stone? Where the hell did you get an elemental stone?
And gave it to me. Well, I gave him a bottle of wine and a cigar, and he gave me this. Apparently, it's with a small farm.
How much was the wine and cigar worth? What the fuck?
Oh,
Yeah, you look great. You look great. It matches your hair really nice. That's great. She's out of it. She's so out of it.
Calliope's just gonna come and kind of scoop her up a little bit and sling her arm over her. Come on, let's go eat.
Okay.
She's gonna fly just a little bit to match her height so she can actually lift her a little.
Oh yeah, no, I forgot I'm taller than you. Erin just kind of, she just kind of Yeah, she'll allow herself, I think, to be guided. Like it should be a testament that she's not fighting the steering of her out of the room. That she's that out of it. Like normally she'd be like, I'm busy, I'm doing stuff.
Grab you.
She's just like worked herself into such a state because that vision freaked her out so much that like now she's like, yeah, okay, I guess let's go get food. Food sounds nice. Where are the guys? Did they go shopping too?
Yeah, I think so. But like, I ditched them so I could go get pretty close.
Of course you did. Why am I not surprised?
We're safe here. I can go shopping. You could have come shopping with me.
We are not safe, and you know it.
I don't know anything.
Not touching that one. Out of character. That one was out of character. Like, I'm not touching that one. Oh, I missed y'all.
I tried to set it up. I really did.
Aaron's just like, okay. And just kind of toddles down the stairs with Calliope down to the lobby of the hall. Would we see Gopher like
roll
coming
me
out
a
of the room?
D100.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
What did I do, Gremlin? Am I gonna? Don't let me drop Aaron, please.
Don't let me trip down the stairs. No.
Oh no, that's a D20. Wait.
That's the big one.
Hold on.
The other one.
Yeah, I have to go into Roll20 for some reason. I don't have that open because I'm a goofy goober acting like I've never been here before.
Take out the plastic.
Roll it
brand
on
new.
Roll20.
I can roll it on Roll20?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's nice on
lower
Roll20.
left-hand side, there on the very bottom of your tool tab, there's a little dice you can left-click, and you have a whole array of fun things there.
Awesome. Give me. Oh no. Please.
But so while we're coming out of the room, though, would we see Bofer in his like study spot?
Oh
Also,
yeah, your guys' room essentially would bypass the second floor where there's like a little off step that you can go to that particular door. So yeah, you guys could easily go into the second area and look about there if you wished.
I got a 56. Is that good or bad?
What's that
As you're
mean?
walking down the stairs, Calliope, several like various tables, like you catch a lot of attention as you walk down the stairs with Aaron.
Oh.
I
Uh-oh.
mean, yeah. She's a purple majesty in her tiara and her dress.
There's the picture. There we go. Beautiful.
And then who's this nerd? Like this like bug-eyed nerd coming down with her.
Not at all.
When Beaufort
Like wasn't she with the occasion of the daylight yesterday? What's this about?
Right. When Beaufort sees you two come out of the room, y'all see him sitting with Morgan, like just not poring over books like Aaron was in our room, but just kind of lightly studying. And I'm sorry, but I was not college kid at finals studying. This was just perusing. No,
you're fine.
And
that's smart.
Easy reading, you know.
And Beaufort looks up at both of you and goes, "Oh, hey, good evening, everybody. Calliope, you look great. Looks awesome. I love the new fit. Aaron, are you okay? Do you need some food? Need some water? Something heavier to drink? What, you need something?"
Get her some food first. She hasn't eaten in a couple of days. So, like...
It hasn't been days, has it?
Aaron.
Like, I'm serious. I'm serious. In game, it's only been, like, since last night, right?
It's been...
Yeah,
or have
so
I been in there for days?
So it's been all night, all morning, and most of the afternoon. Like, you're coming out of pretty much, like, a damn near 24-hour study session.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, it hasn't been days.
So...
I mean, we could have rolled with that if that was true.
I'm a bard, god damn it!
So Calliope says we get her food first, I'm gonna say, why don't y'all sit down with Miss Morgan, relax, chill out. Calliope, would you like something to drink while I'm down there?
Yes, but I'll come with you because I have expensive taste.
Okay. Bofer shakes his head, regrets asking, and then's like, all right, let's and something you'll also notice, if you're paying attention, is Bofer has a lot bigger sword on his back. No, and there's no more Aaron, because Aaron wasn't there for our shopping spree. So Aaron, you would see Bofer in this.
He's got a new fit too.
Yeah, Bofer is in a what in character can be best described a jacket made out of bearskin, but above board it's a bearskin hoodie. And then my javelins are no longer strapped to me. I have a single javelin in a holster on my hip.
You got your Yaka arrow. I saw that.
Yep. And then
Hell yeah.
I have my long sword on my other hip as well, but it's not. It looks like it's gonna be staying there for a while. And then I have a massive sword on my back. I mean, like genuinely almost bigger than me. Like massive sword.
It's like a buster sword.
Good sword.
And then I will as we're walking away, I'll put my arm out for Calliope and go, escort.
Calliope's gonna take his arm. Indeed, thank you.
And I'll politely and try to, as best I can, because Beaufort doesn't know how well you or how much you intend on not allowing your heels to touch the ground. So Beaufort's gonna just try to be as careful as possible and not like drag you with
She'd
him.
never touch the ground again.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's constantly just hovering this far off the ground. Yeah. So I'm going to
Listen. We never should have gave Calliope these shoes.
Hey, listen.
The save is I can only use them for 4 hours. We is my imagination and the gracious DM. God damn it, he's the god of this world.
Yeah.
Our gracious gremlin. What have you done?
So as we're walking down, I'll ask you. I'll say, so how'd the shopping go? How'd it go? Did you get everything you needed?
Oh, it was excellent. I got a pretty tiara. My clothes got done fairly quickly. I still have to go pick up my mirror and my cloak. And there are a couple of things I need. Calliope is just going through a shopping list in her head because now she has money and it's burning a hole in her pocket.
So when we get to the bottom of the stairs, I'm gonna kind of not trying to be, I'm gonna, for lack of a better term, that way, but I'm gonna pull you kind of towards me and kind of like make you like where not many people can see, and I'm gonna pull out a potion of haste and give it to you, and say, I was gifted this, but I think now with your new abilities and you got all this awesome stuff, I feel like you should have this instead.
Calliope takes the potion and this smile. You've never seen this smile before. It looks slightly demonic, honestly. It's just pure glee, but just nefarious. Thank you.
And I explain, I'm like, so what this does is it boosts your adrenaline, boosts your mental capacity and everything going on up here, along with your muscles and your fibers in your own body, and it's going to help you a lot if you're in a pinch. But I wouldn't take it just willy-nilly, because afterwards you're gonna crash. So just keep it.
I'm not gonna take this by itself. This is an ingredient now. Thank you.
Great.
She's gonna tuck it in her bag.
Oh, what have you done?
Calliope. That being said, this is your first time in a huge area with your new set of abilities. With your awakened mind, all the conversations around you are super loud, but it's odd. It's like you yourself are awake in the ocean. You create a space around you where all the voices are muffled. And if you wanted to, like, you can look over at a particular conversation, you can eavesdrop. You're right there.
you can hear everything perfectly. Or you can muffle it out and tune it out completely. There's complete control right now.
Lifey's gonna just fiddle with her hands a little and stare. Can I roll a perception check and see if I see anybody I recognize in the anybody I recognize or anybody in Pendrake armor in the
Yeah,
guild?
roll me a perception check at advantage.
Awesome.
Mostly because you are still on the stairs, kind of walking down, so you would have a higher point of view to kind of scan over a crowd.
Heard. First one's a 9. Okay.
9!
Why do I get the worst rolls on my computer and better rolls on my phone? Tell me, Jesus.
RNG Jesus is, in fact, a
Oh
little
my
fickle.
God, it's 9 again.
9!
Oh no. All of a sudden I
That's
hear
it.
Inglorious Bastards in my ear.
If only there was a divination wizard in the party. Oh man.
There is. Do we want to use my portent? Because I have a 20. Huh?
I wouldn't use the 20. Do you have one a little bit lower than that?
The other one's a 7.
Oh,
I only get 2 rolls a day.
well, if she has a +5, so if you give her a 7, it'll put her at 12, which will be a little bit better. Seeing as how she already
Oh wait,
knows
it's
the
a
Pendrakes.
9. It's a 9 after your bonus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Take the 7.
Yeah.
Shit. I was gonna
So-
use that for like an enemy roll, but like that works too.
So as
Run that
So-
shit back.
yeah, so as you're
I'm
looking
just
about
playing with you now. You don't-
looking
what?
about takes you a couple different glances, but as you do kind of like get familiar with the crowd on your way down the stairs, you do pick out that there are probably 3 groups that are taking up a couple tables of Pendrake armor and mercenary armors that are kind of like all mixed together. And then you would also see with a 12, just because he stands out, you would see the Yeto O'Dare guard captain, a red tiefling, and you would also see Jean next to him. They seem to be having a conversation over dinner and an ale with a couple other of the town's guards.
I'm just gonna go spook Jen. I want to find out what these mercenaries are talking about. Can I eavesdrop on them?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a. You're using your mental ability, so I'm gonna say this is gonna be another perception check. If you're just kind of going over the whole crowd and like just getting surface thoughts. If you really want to like listen in, I would say investigation.
Can I give the help action?
She's using a. Oh, you also have a mind elemental stone, don't you?
Yeah, and
I
I was gonna say
would-
to flavor it, I could track her eyes where she's looking, like maybe over my shoulder, and I'll look at her and I'll just say, clear everything out. Like just kind of like being like meditate on what you're seeing, concentrate, like just trying to like help her to hone in.
Yeah, sure. I'll allow it. Why not?
Sick. Roll it with
Alright.
advantage.
All right. So I think I want to investigate. 'Cause I've been uneasy about them being here.
Are you focusing in on a pendrake or a mercenary?
Guys, y'all want a pendrake or a mercenary's thoughts?
I would go for the Pendrake, personally.
Yeah, 'cause the mercenary only knows what they're paid to know.
Right.
Heard.
Pendrake's probably know more.
All right. Then whatever pendrake is in the fanciest armor that I can connect with. One
Yeah,
second.
that would be a yeah, absolutely. Roll me a. You said investigation. You said you really want to get into the nitty gritty of it. Roll me an investigation at advantage, and we'll see who and what you see in here.
Advantage, baby.
Advantage.
Oh my god, it's a nat 20!
Let's go. Let's
Fucking
go.
glorious.
Yeah, roll the other one. See if you double crit.
Oh my god.
Double
Okay,
crit right
okay.
now. Double crit right now.
It's a 19. Oh my god.
Oh my god,
word.
so
Okay, so
close.
it's
Oh
24 and
my
a 23.
word.
It's me!
It's so close.
That's amazing.
That is
I also
hilarious.
posted the D rank quests that are currently listed.
I seen that, yeah. Oh my.
You're pretty
So-
gnarly monsters in that.
With a natural 20 Clype, you hyperfixate in on a cluster of men, all in Pendrake armor, one of which is this platinum-haired, probably half-elf. Has these kind of like very serious amber eyes, clean shaven, just a he's a knight. He looks like a atypical fucking Pendrake knight. Decked out in very nice ornate gold armor with what appears to be red leather straps hanging down from his shoulder pauldrons, kind of like Roman style almost. He seems to be looking down at a map with a tall ale in front of him and seems to be talking to several men who seem to be listening intently. With the natural 20, you are instantly just kind of like floating above the table mentally, looking down at what he's seeing and what he's saying and thinking. A moment, please. You see the gentleman with the ornate armor looking down at a map, which appears to be of an area just north of Yetta Odair. It appears to be what appears to be a woodland area that turns into grasslands and then slowly shifts into salt flats. There you see what appears to be like an encampment marker along with what appears to be an enemy camp marker not far off by the look on the map, probably a 3 or 4 kilometer distance, so about 6 miles. As the man looks
Okay.
down, he goes, with this new encampment setup, we should be able to shift the new regiment into guard patrols and moving into spearhead formation to launch the next assault against the Walkins. Some of them have agreed to help us, but others are quite resilient. They are becoming a problem, some of their tactics becoming very brutish, so we will need to gather more reinforcements from the outlying Pendrake clans. Word has already been sent. As you all know, Gaston Pendrake, third son, will be returning to Yetta Odair tomorrow evening. We must prepare a welcoming for him via the guild. That being said, make sure your armors are clean. Try to look somewhat refreshed. There's much to be done in the coming days.
Fuck.
I got the ops coming back.
We need to leave. we
We have to.
we need to boot scoot.
So it was his laugh. It was fucking. Oh my god. Y'all, gremlin.
We need to get out of here. But before we do, since you were focusing on that, I'm gonna wait until you're done focusing, and whenever you're done with it, I'll say, "Why don't you?" I'm Boffer lean in and go, "Why don't you get it?" I'll hand you. Boffer's feeling real happy about himself tonight. Boffer's gonna hand you 5 gold pieces. That way you don't have to pay for it, or at least not have to pay for as much of it. And hand you 5 gold pieces and say, "Why don't you go ahead and go get you your taste of drink? I'm gonna go get Miss Erin something to eat and maybe some water. And whenever you feel up to it, you can meet us back up in the study."
Calliope nods her head, but she's clearly still not all there.
Okay. And I guess is it like I guess is dinner time similar to breakfast where there's like a buffet type thing?
Yeah, it's pretty much like a large buffet where there's various like meats, fruits, vegetables, breads, a whole bunch of various different cuisines throughout the common walkways of the continent. Um, yeah,
So,
there's a bountiful feast in front of you.
so Buffer's going to go get a plate with, uh, like similar to what would be like a sirloin.
Mm,
Not a lot of fat, mostly protein. Get a side of like carrots, potatoes, starchy stuff, and then get
mm.
like an
Aw.
orange, and maybe an apple in there, and then
Mm.
Need some orange slices.
get Aaron a big pitcher of water, and then I am going to grab me an ale, a beer,
Mhm.
and I'm going to grab Miss Morgan a shot of whiskey and take it up with me.
Fantastic. While you're gathering several plates worth and balancing that, we're gonna jump over to Morgan and Aaron. As the party leaves you and Morgan alone, the door clicks behind them as Morgan looks at you and goes, "So, what have you been up to?" And she kind of like leans in, kind of studying you a little bit more as you see her eyes kind of like look you up and down, and then her eyes seem to drift below you into your shadow.
Oh, just trying to prevent dark forces from remaking the world. The huge. How have you been today, my lady?
Oh, don't be so polite with me, dear. As she kind of like leans forward and takes a sip from her drink and sets it back down.
Well, I was raised to mind my manners, after all.
I'm no one who needs such things, I assure you.
She just kind of put out a little bit. Doesn't really know what to do with that. Just be like, okay.
Where did you acquire your shadow?
Well, wait, we would remember this part, right? This is before the
Yes.
cellar. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. Just checking. Um, well, actually, it was around the time we met your friend, Miss Tyranny.
Interesting.
He was essentially her warden, her guard, so to speak. He was the one keeping her in and keeping people out. And well, he damn near took Calliope's arm off, and almost killed me. We managed to get her out, and then he ended up. It's a little bit of a blur, but he ended up getting bound to me. I may or may not have agreed to give him a finger and didn't think of the implications until it was too late.
Did you just Did you just tell her my baby mama was trapped in a cellar for 150 years?
No, I told her that Tyranny was trapped and that my shadow was her prison guard. I didn't say for how long, or where, or why. So there.
Tyranny hasn't told her though.
She has?
Aaron, you so messy. We love you.
I didn't know. You saying this in my mind, by the way? Did you like catch that while I was saying it, or is this out of character? Because that'd be funny.
I think I'm still zoned in on the guard, so this is out of character. I wish
Yeah.
I had caught it, but you're lucky.
You're too honed in. But yeah, no, I
You would
wasn't
have
trying to
heard
be
it if she
messy. I was
wasn't zoned in. I'm dying.
like, she asked, I answered. I wasn't trying to be messy, I swear. But to be clear, the glory holes are a
Nah,
messy
Aaron,
party, so.
you just be spilling tea. You got something with Tyranny. It's just that she's so light, isn't it? You just can't stand her bright ass.
Oh, she's nice and all, and she's been very
We're a
helpful.
glorious, honest party.
She hurts my. I'm very honest. That's the thing. Like, Erin is painfully honest to the point where sometimes it gets her in trouble, and the rest of you. And I'm sorry.
And the rest of us.
And the rest. Heavy on the rest of you.
You said two things that have hit me in my core.
What?
The first one was I got bills to pay. The second one was that one. I'm so honest.
Am I
Sometimes it gets my
personally
friends in
attacking you
trouble.
personally?
Yeah. Sometimes I'm so honest it gets my friends in trouble.
Sorry. Well, is it even getting her in trouble? Tyranny's her friend,
That's fair.
right?
I think.
They are friends.
I mean,
Yeah, but that's dirt. There's a reason Tyranny hasn't told her. They've been in contact for 3 days. You don't think I was locked away in a cellar and I'm traumatized? Was like, for 150 years I can't find my kids. If she was somebody that she felt comfortable sharing that with, she would have.
I would think that would have been the first thing she shared. I didn't know that she didn't say anything. I thought that would have been like the first thing in the debrief of like,
But
girl.
it's not your business to tell. You messy. You nasty.
I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. But anyway.
Me shaming. I'm so sorry.
me, the player.
Yeah. But no, I swear I thought that Tyranny would have explained it to Red and Morrigan by now. That like, yeah, no, girl, where have I been? Let me tell you a story. Why haven't you seen me for a century and a half? Well. I realized she didn't say anything. My bad.
Damn.
No, because you're right. That would be the first thing you do is you debrief.
Nah, you weren't there last session. Otherwise, you would have caught it when I caught it when she was like, yeah, she's so out of fashion. Why is that? I'm like, I don't know. Let her catch up.
I forgot
Oh,
about
yeah.
that. Oh, my word. I forgot about
But
that.
again, Erin also wasn't, like, physically here for any of last session, so she wouldn't know. Is my excuse. It makes sense in canon, it's just messy.
Morgan looks at you
We
and
love
goes,
you, Erin. We missed you.
I missed you too.
Morgan looks at you and goes, bound to you, so he is under your control.
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure about that. She's looking down at her hands in her lap, looking down at the bone ring on her pinky. And she holds it up to Morrigan and she's like, he's a part of me now. I've tried getting this thing off. It's not coming. I'd be more likely to rip my finger off than get the ring off, but so he's a part of me. And I don't see me getting rid of him anytime soon, much as I am looking into that. But he also clearly takes orders from someone else. And I don't know what to do about that. And I don't like it.
Are you able to summon him? It's
At a cost.
hopefully
not a great
nothing
cost,
too dire.
No, just a bit of my energy, a bit of my magic, as it were. But that's that's the cost of everything we do, isn't it? You give a little of yourself to learn. I just didn't realize how much I was giving. And I don't know how much more I'm prepared to give either.
Do you have questions for this creature?
Does she mean him or does she mean her? Like this
Either
creature,
or.
is she talking to herself in the third person or is she talking about him?
She's referring more towards your shadow.
Oh, okay. Well, I asked last night about what I had seen and what he's party to and what that makes me party to. And it essentially boiled down to it's adorable that I think I have a choice in the matter coming from him. So I don't know that any questions I have would even be worth it.
And if I told you I had a way to pry the truth from him?
Indeed.
Like
Interesante.
Aaron's gonna. What'd you say?
I said interesante.
An interrogation in Spanish or something?
No, interesting.
Oh.
Interesante.
I was close. I was close. I feel like Aaron's gonna look at her for a second. Just finally, like, actually dare to look her in the eye.
As you look at her, like she is as she appears in the art that's currently displayed for her. Beautiful, smoky emerald green eyes that have like this backlight to them. This slight draconic slit to the pupil that gives her a cat-like appearance to the eyes. These well-polished black curved horns, lush curly black hair, a nice complexion. Makeup is minimal but very well done. Black shimmering scales along her shoulders and neck.
Striking.
She's immaculate, yeah. But as you kind of like look her over, you see Shadow kind of like writhe over her, and you see her appearance shift into that of like the shadowy avatar. But this one's much more feminine. This one is Morgan, as you would see her in her dark elemental form.
Oh, she's
And
like
then and then
shifting
you
form.
it's kind of like a moment of like her shifting, kind of like how Tierney shifted from that like radiant bright white form that blinded you into the normal form. It's kind of the inverse
Oh.
of that with Morgan.
Oh.
And then you blink and she's back to her normal self.
Huh. Look back down at the ring again. And look back up at Morgan. Would it cause him pain to pry out these answers?
It can if he is disobeying the English used in how we ask it.
Would that be your intention or just collateral? Because it wouldn't be mine, I don't think.
If he were to outright lie or mislead the question, would reward him in a negative effect, yes.
Aaron's gonna call on her shadow, I think. Now that she's got backup.
They're
As
gonna
you
waterboard the middle.
Not waterboarding him. I just want, I don't even know what like to ask. Morgan is clearly more knowledgeable in this area than I think Aaron is. Obviously more than Aaron is, and so having a little backup might be a good idea. So I'm
as
just gonna
you
be
call in your shadow casting, I do believe your second level spell.
I was gonna do it was a first level, right? Because that would be what, 2 hours that he'd be out.
It's your highest level spell slot is what you need to
Oh,
summon him.
okay, 2 then, yeah.
Mhm.
So second level.
And as you summon him, there's that deep thrum in the room as you kind of like look down and you see from like the depths of your shadow, you see him like spider walking up the walls of the shadow before you see him eventually come up over the threshold of the mundane realm and pry himself out from underneath the chair that you sit and slither his way out before drawing himself up to the full height and goes, "You rang. Is there a problem?" And then he looks over at Morgan, and you see him just kind of like, not necessarily take a step back, but you definitely see him like take a shoulder and kind of like aim his face away from the situation.
All of a sudden, nothing to say.
Always.
You know, all I ever get from you is lip. But from her, suddenly you know how to mind your manners. Interesting.
To be fair, you're fun to mess with. She's scary.
It's only fun for you.
He kind of like looks at you like, yeah, duh.
Yeah, and I don't see where you get off. Holds up the ring.
Well, it's better than rotting in the cave.
Isn't it? We're just
He looks-
bickering in front of this eldritch being.
He looks at you and he's like, yeah, I've tacked on a couple of pounds. I'm looking pretty good, actually. Feeling good, you know. Get some exercise, fresh air, get to mouth off to random people. It's pretty great.
Yeah, you're welcome for setting you free and being decent to you and shit.
Yeah, thanks, boss.
Am I your boss? Am I? Because the vision suggested otherwise.
Tomato, tomato.
That's not an answer.
He kind of like is like looking back and forth in the situation before Morgan finally speaks up and she goes, I don't know who you are, but we're going to have a brief conversation. And you suddenly see her eyes go from this beautiful like emerald green color to this just black void as she looks at him and goes,
You're sovereign Sierra Shente for in Narim.
What was that? Wait.
Whoa! What?
Was that common or what language did you just speak?
that was void speech.
Oh
hey.
my word!
That wouldn't be close to primordial at all, would it?
That was before primordial.
Oh, okay, so I wouldn't know it.
Is
Okay,
this-
never mind.
Is this before celestial?
Yes.
Holy crap!
Holy shit!
Holy crap!
You
Erin's
see,
pulled upright in her seat. It's like watching attendance, but like she's glued to Morrigan right now.
Yom is not here.
her eyes,
he's here. But
her
again,
eyes
Erin,
fade back to their beautiful green color as she looks at Yom with an interesting raised eyebrow. She smirks and goes, as she says. Yom is very uncomfortable. What little color he did have has drained from his face, and you see like veins bulging all over his body. You suddenly realize that he is bound by some sort of incredible force, and he doesn't look very comfortable as he looks over at you and goes, so you wanted to talk, what's up?
like suddenly everything that she was going to ask is just fucking flooded out of her brain. Because again, that was intense. Okay, so first of all, bound how? Like just like by I'm assuming by Morrigan, but like bound in what way? Like what did she just do to him?
So based on how his lanky body is currently like hit, it would thematically imagine a whole bunch of chains starting at his neck, winding around his entire body, and then pulling down on him.
Huh. Okay. Oh my god. Remind me, what was the actual content of that vision again?
What
Like
was
I
it?
remember the visions that we all had. I remember like with Aaron's it was the throne, the hand throne. I know
Mhm.
there were the different aspects of the shadow, but like what try to remember because I'm like Okay, yeah, I wanted to talk to him, and now I don't know what to say. Like, I've got him at my mercy with no idea what the hell to say or do. Shit.
So a brief recap for you is that
Yeah.
the smallest, the one that was sitting in the palm throne, a very small 4-foot shadow, asked you a fair exchange, a exchange of knowledge for knowledge. He wished for you to produce maps of whatever, and then give them to the shadow so he may try to recreate the world in his own way. He was very kind of obscure in what that meant.
Right. Okay. So that's that. Yeah, that's the gist of it. All right. So I wanted to talk. What's up? Okay. How do I want to phrase this? I feel like Erin would be like on her feet at this point because she sees like clearly he's. I mean, not necessarily in pain, but certainly not enjoying himself and not looking great. And she kind of looks at Morrigan again. Doesn't say anything, but looks back at him. That shadow that asked for my maps, the shadow that asked for my maps, is he the one that's actually in charge of you? Or is it me?
He's the one that started the bone rings. He's the one that keeps all of our powers and bestows us them. Just as my link to you is a link to him. It's all connected.
Who is he?
He's just the shadow. He's just the most powerful amongst us. Even some amongst his own kind, he's an unusually powerful one.
What does he actually want with my maps? What is... He said he wanted to remake the world. In what way?
He just wants to remember it. Everything's changed.
Has he been cut off from it? Like tyranny? Like you?
Imagine having a view of the world one day, and then it goes black. And then you blink again, and everything about the world is different. How would you react? He's lost, and he wishes to know what the world looks like now.
Does he wish the world harm, is my concern.
If it deserves it.
Again, that is so not an answer. The world's already covered in fog and creatures that mean people harm, that hurt people, that kill people, that steal people. The world's already fucked up enough. Is he going to fuck it up worse or not?
Morgan snaps her fingers and Yom instantly slams down to both of his knees as she looks at him and goes,
Yes, I have a question.
Goosebumps every time.
Every time.
So cool. Again, Erin's terrified, but she's also locked in here.
Yom, is brought to his knees by such force that he just goes, he's not one for violence. He's not scared of it. He just doesn't prefer it.
Neither do I. She's gonna look at Morrigan and nod her head like, you can let him go.
You sure? You ain't got no more questions? None?
I don't know what else to say here.
Damn it.
I just know that he's clear, like he's not doing well. I feel like she's made her point. Not Erin, but Morrigan.
Alright.
So
And she does it, like, that's, again, like she said when she was like, we were reintroducing food into his diet kind of thing, like he is a part of this. You know, she meant that.
Can I ask an above board
There,
question?
he's a glory hole or whatever.
Is this like the lasso of
He
truth that's
married
happening
him.
right now?
Yeah, is that it?
I will get to that after session as to not ruin things for the audience.
Okay.
Okay. You're welcome, chat.
Because I'm sitting here going, lasso of truth, huh?
Wait, did
But
you
she's
put
a
that in
dark
chat? I
one.
wasn't looking.
So much more devious than that.
Oh my word. When do you? How long do you think it would take before Beaufort busts in?
Yeah,
We'll
are
get
you
to that in a
like,
moment.
are you
Okay.
on your way up the stairs at this
Just,
point? Like, what's
I
happening?
wanted to ask because, like, if Beaufort busts in on this whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be like one of those things where, like, a dad walks in to, like, you know, his child's room while they're doing something nefarious and just like, just
Like, walks back out.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll come back. I'll come back.
Jumping back into that, as you ask Morgan to release him, she just kind of leans back in her chair and goes, I think it'd be best we keep him here for a little while, just in case a question comes up, don't you?
He's not going anywhere. Again, holding up her bone ring.
Oh, I know he's not.
Ooh. Oh.
Gonna look back. She's gonna look back at Yom. How? How afraid are
Oh,
you?
why did he
of
look
this
like
guy?
he wanted to eat you? Like, the fuck was with that?
I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to gauge. Is that yeah? How afraid are you of this guy? Scale of 10.
Are you talking to Yom or Morgan?
Yom. Yeah, Morgan's not afraid of shit.
Yom looks at you and goes, out of the top 5 scariest people I know, she's about the 4th.
Oh man. Golly.
You see,
Oh no! I
death
was
is
talking.
the easy part. It's what she's gonna do to me afterwards.
Is he talking about Morgan or the Shadow?
Oh, he's
Like
talking
the-
to Morgan. Like
Oh.
about Morgan.
She's gonna look back at Morgan and just kind of. I feel like that might actually get Aaron to crack a smile a little bit, like for the first time all day.
She is shooting him well over level 9,000 fucking RBF stare right now. Like, she is staring daggers into his existence.
Oh my word.
Oh yeah. No, I know. And it's like she sees that. She's like, yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to talk to you with her around, genius. I'm asking about your other boss. How scared are you of him?
He's the scariest by far.
That bad? But he doesn't like violence, right?
He
Which
doesn't
is it?
prefer it.
But
Doesn't
when he
mean
does,
he's not good at it.
Mm.
what does he have on you? What does he have on you that's like that's how you were acting around him?
My soul, a reason to exist. A reason not to just fall into the bowels of hatred and dwell there like all the other devils and demons that linger in the hells for their own perverse pleasures.
Are you speaking metaphorically, or does he actually have your soul?
That's real.
Well, shit.
It's a pretty good reason.
Yeah, no, that. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds
It's
about
like,
right.
I thought the middle had a daughter or something.
He screams girl dad to you.
Oh my
Really?
gosh.
Sorry. It got me. Yeah, no, Yum, classic girl dad. I love it. I love that. Oh my god. Okay, so to recap, so the shadow yeah, that I just saw you post the art and stream. That guy's a girl dad to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Shit. Okay.
He took care of the boy.
He's with his axes. With his anime boy haircut.
He took care of the boy.
He did. He did do that. Not that we would remember, because that was in the cellar, but he did do that.
No, it wasn't in the cellar. That was before the cellar, in the grotto, in the prison.
When he was fighting?
No,
Like,
when he was taking care of Calamara.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, Calamara and all that. But he also imprisoned your baby mama, though. So that's not good. Well, he didn't imprison her.
I mean,
He guarded her.
as far as I'm concerned, he's a tool.
Yeah.
And kind of powerless. So, or he got leased out by his pimp, the fucking thumb. So
That's actually an excellent, Oh, would it be metagaming to ask? Because that just reminded me that, yeah, no. What the hell was he even doing in that grotto in the first place? Okay.
Are you asking him that?
So okay, yeah, I think yeah. So the shadow owns his soul, and Aaron with the bone ring kind of owns his body? Question mark. Is how I'm picturing. Am I correct in that?
That's a fair guesstimation, yeah.
Okay, so she's looking at him, looking at you, and she's like, "Okay, he owns your soul. Is that how you ended up working for the Pendrakes?"
That was an unfortunate mistake on my half. Yeah, I may have fucked off when I wasn't supposed to, and I may have indulged in some illicit substances, and may have gone into a bit of a small debt with some people of reputable standing, and they may have just abused their owed debt, and may have leveraged a lot more out of me than was actually owed, and I may or may not be in my own fair pile of shit with the shadow himself. I don't really want to talk about this, to be honest.
I'm sure you don't, but I can't get either of us out of this shit if I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna need you to start at the beginning.
Fine. Right. So, the thumb told me I needed to go do something, guard a particular item, that the shadow needed protected. I was like, yeah, sure, and I may have got distracted by the lights of the city, and I may have indulged in a lot of drinks and women and odd smokables and other things, and I may have gone on a small bender and wound up with a sizable debt, and someone called in that debt and I couldn't pay it, and they may have magical ties that may have forced me into the prime material plane away from where I should have been, and they captured me via quartz crystal and bound me to a contract via that godforsaken shaded grotto with no food, no water, well, some food.
You drank and whored your way into another deal with another okay.
It was just ambient debt. I may have gambled a lot
that's your
too.
husband.
He's not my
They're
husband.
not all perfect, alright, I'm sorry. I know I fucked up. I'm still paying for it.
Clearly. Okay.
So that's the part.
This is when Beaufort walks in.
Beaufort walks in hearing about debt and goes, "Grr."
And I was gonna say, to paint a picture, we have Morrigan lounging, Erin is on her feet, Yom is at her feet on his knees, bound by invisible chains, and clearly uncomfortable, and Beaufort just comes up the stairs and that's what he sees.
Beaufort's got a mug of water, a mug of ale or beer for me, got a plate rested on this elbow full of food for you, and then a glass of whiskey like balanced in this hand as he like cranks the doorknob and opens it and goes, um, two things.
Oh no, do come in. Do come in.
Okay. And he like steps in, uses his heel, like kicks the door shut, and goes.
Yeah, don't let anybody else see this.
And so Beaufort walks up, really trying not to drop anything, sets down the water and pushes the ale like to the other side of the table where I was sitting across from you, moves the plate of food to you and sets it down, and then nods and winks at Morgan and hands her a glass of whiskey, and sits down and goes, I just want to let you know, not saying that it's bad. It did get a little loud as I walked up. Just a little. I don't want to get...
Oh, thank you for the heads up. I'll take care of that right now. And she snaps her fingers.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to let you know. Not like so loud that you could hear it downstairs, but as I was getting about 5 feet, 4 feet, 3 feet, it was progressively getting louder.
Really getting towards the door. Like, what is happening in there?
Yeah, and so you can't really. I couldn't. It's not like I could hear exactly what was being said, but you could tell there was
keep a
commotion.
dad frown.
Yeah, it's like I didn't hear anything, but it was loud enough to hear commotion, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, is everything good? And I look at Yom and I go, "What's up, best man? How are you?"
Shit.
Oh.
Real bad shit.
Oh. Okay. And I look at you two and I go, what's going on?
I'm trying to finally get some answers out of this one, because I don't have any for the situation we're going into, and I don't even really know what the situation is, and I'd like to. So she's gonna look at Yo and be like, can I tell him?
Tell him what?
What you just told me?
I mean,
Or would you rather keep it between us?
Do I really have a choice? I'm quite literally bound by my word here.
I go, and pause right there. Bover goes, whoa, bound? What do you mean bound?
Morgan just goes,
I look at Morgan, I'm like, oh, I was like, yeah, that's dirty. Anyway, you don't have to tell me anything if you don't want to. Here's the deal, though. Here's the deal. Whatever happened with your, I guess you could call it vision, that Miss Erin had, tremendously freaked her out. And when I say tremendous, I mean like normally she would have gone and done our normal errands and went shopping with Calliope and hung out with the gang, and she's been locked in that room in there for almost a full 24 hours. So whatever you can help with to not only draw her mental health back to where it needs to be, but also to progress her life in such a way that it is not harmful towards her, that would be great.
Yeah. Thank you, Beaufort.
And he
just wants to know what the world looks like again. That's all he wants.
Okay. I mean, that kind of ties into, I guess, Morodin not seeing my trial. So, I mean, that kind of ties together. I mean, that makes sense.
One more question. Because I'm I'm kind of making this up as I go, but I'm genuinely curious. If we were to find a way to get your soul out of his hands, what would you do? What would you do?
I don't know how to answer that.
Beaufort looks at Morgan and goes, he doesn't have his soul. Aaron doesn't have his soul?
No. It's complicated.
Okay. Yeah, it's all good. You don't know what you would do if you had your life back?
He only just got his autonomy back. kind of, and
Oh,
well, actually,
speaking
that's not. He didn't even really do that.
speaking of which, and I look at you, Aaron, and I say my apologies, and I take one of the 3 steaks off of your plate and hand it to him. If he can even grab it, I don't know if he can. Someone said bondage, so I don't even know if he could grab it.
It's like not actual chains, but like imagine if he were like he looks like he's tied up, even if he's like you can't see the ropes, kind of thing.
I go here.
Like,
I go here.
yeah.
I go here. S-man, open your mouth.
No rewards for him.
Oh, okay. I mean, this wasn't necessarily a reward. It was to give him strength to keep going. That's all it was for. But okay, yeah. And I'll put it back on your plate. I'm like, okay.
Aaron's gonna look at Morgan at that and be like, I swore to him that no matter how angry, no matter what strife might be between us, that he would still be able to eat, still be able to be looked after. And he hasn't eaten all day because I haven't eaten all day. I'm not necessarily happy with him, and I do appreciate your help, my lady, but he needs food. And he can be let go, I think. If it please you.
Before you let him go.
Calliope, you still downstairs? Or you're making your way back upstairs?
Yeah, are you back yet?
On my way back upstairs, yeah.
Fantastic. Calliope walks in.
Oh, tight.
I go, close the door, close the door, close the door.
Calliope shuts the door. She turns around, sees Yoon tied up, sees Morgan with her resting bitch face, and Aaron looking mighty flustered. She nods, takes a sip of her wine, and walks over. I want you to
Great.
teach me to juggle.
Great, now the
What?
pervert's here.
Who's teaching you to juggle? What, Calliope?
The juggler, obviously. Keep up, Aaron.
Oh, yeah. I forgot he could juggle.
What? I'm gonna lean.
That's Aaron and me. I forgot.
I'm gonna lean to Morgan, and I'm gonna say, he hasn't proven to be harmful to us yet.
Well, he did, but he got over it.
I mean,
Excuse me?
I mean,
Speak for
since-
yourself.
hold on. Since I've been here,
Yeah,
I've
asterisk.
been here, he has not proven to be harmful. I think he can be let go and at least be given a chance to get some energy back. Because
Yeah, that's a mighty
You
big
need to
asterisk.
teach me to juggle. What? You're dropping the bag here.
Are you drunk already?
Morgan gets up from her chair and in her very sassy way, she walks over, clicking her heels as she does over to Yom before she reaches down to this invisible collar and yanks him up to be eye level and goes, "You are very lucky you have a kind master." And she yanks something from his neck and he immediately like frees and stumbles back.
Beaufort,
Really-
wait.
Just
I'm gonna look at Aaron. I'm gonna say, "Where's my journal?"
I think it's back in the room. I don't know if it would be in her robes pockets or if she would just leave it in the room
Crap.
with hers.
Beaufort darts out of the room to go back to our room to get my journal and come back.
Yeah, I don't think she brought anything out of the room with her when
Yeah.
she was scooped up from
I'm
her
going,
desk.
I'm going to go get my journal. I'm bringing it back.
She just kind of walked out of the room. But I feel like instinctively, like if Aaron's near enough to you, I think as he like falls back, she might like reach out a hand to like steady him, like just instinctively, because like somebody falls in front of you, you just kind of reach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he like stumbles back and then like goes to a knee. Instantly, you see that he is winded and there is a coat of sweat over his whole body that wasn't there a second ago.
Calliope's gonna stomp and start throwing a tantrum. Aw! You didn't say yes, Aaron. Make him teach me to juggle. I need it. It's
Okay.
important.
Calliope, I think I've made him do enough today.
Not today.
I would wholeheartedly agree. Beaufort is off put by Morgan's disdain for this man because Beaufort only knows him as your shadow. I haven't known what he's done before. Or I don't know his whole thing. So
Aaron doesn't either, so there's
Beaufort,
like we really don't know a lot about him.
Beaufort, upon arriving back into the room with his journal, has written Morgan doesn't like next to Morgan's name in the journal writes does not like Yum and then question mark, and so closes his book, puts it back in his pocket, and goes, so Miss S-Man, hear me when I say this. I don't know the whole scope, and if Aaron decides to fill us in, that's totally fine, or if you decide to fill us in, that's totally fine. But from what I can glean from the questions she asked you, how do you not know what you would do if you had your whole self back? That doesn't track with me. Because I mean, I could tell you right now, if I was back to my full capabilities as someone, you know, who was devout to Morodin, I know exactly what I would be doing.
What was that? Calliope. I giggle. What are you plotting?
No, I wasn't plotting anything. For some reason, him going, I know exactly what I would do. I started thinking of, you know, that Adventure Time clip where the Flame Princess's dad is whispering from a candle going, evil, 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 evil.
That's messed up.
Right.
But yeah, no, like I'm genuinely curious. Like, Beaufort knows exactly.
You was like, I don't know what I would do, dude.
Yeah. Beaufort's like standing there completely dumbfounded, just like, how do you not know what you would be doing? I know exactly what I would be doing. I wouldn't be out adventuring by myself for 7 years. What do you mean you don't know what you would be doing?
Kind of like rubbing his chest and throat, he goes, my soul was worth nothing, and I gained everything from it. Why wouldn't I freely cast it into the void?
Because it's a part of who you are?
No. If he gets his soul back, correct me if I'm wrong, S-Man. If you get your soul back, you're no longer here.
That's above my pay grade.
He's no longer on this plane, Aaron. If he gets his soul back, his autonomy returns to where he is from.
Where the hell are you from, anyway?
You already mentioned it, the Hells.
Hell.
So that's what I'm saying.
Have you been talking while I wasn't here? Wait.
You see Yom go, from the deep slums of Zoltek.
Yeah.
Would I know where Zoltek is? I would assume.
Give me a history check at advantage, because this is part of your archaeology background.
This is my bread and butter. Come on now. And I didn't burn that 20 earlier, so if I need it, I could still use it. But that's...
Yeah.
You said history?
Do it, Aaron, do
A
it.
history at advantage.
Advantage?
Yeah, because you're you have a PhD in archaeology.
So the first one's
Wow.
an 8.
Wow.
Wow, impressive.
Wow.
You got it. Trust the process. It's okay.
Second one's
Wow.
an 8. Damn it.
Wow.
Okay.
What is
So
up
I
with the
don't-
back-to-backs? Double
It might-
nines,
I
double
don't
eights?
know.
It might be a little early in the session, but I'm gonna burn that portent die.
Well, we're about to go to bed.
That other portent die. I've burned both of them today, but that's a 20. That's a 20.
And
We don't talk
that's
about the
20.
other ones.
20 plus 5 is 25.
A 25.
Yeah.
So, as soon as he says Zoltek, you are immediately kind of like, you're like, I've heard that. I've definitely heard that. And then you flash back to many volumes of the ancient megacity of Zoltek, what was once thought of as the grand capital of Uthra, where the Golden Age was both born and felled.
Is that where the fog originated from?
It's a megacity. Like, at one point, it could have housed several million people.
Holy crap.
Oh shit.
It was the biggest and most advanced city of the Golden Age.
So that means he's from before the fog. Like way
yeah.
before the fog.
Mm-hmm.
How? I'm sorry, Zoltek?
Mm-hmm.
Like these
Born
Zoltek.
and raised.
How old are you? I mean, well over a century, obviously, but like how?
I'll be nearing my 4th century in the contract
Holy
soon.
crap. Okay.
Okay. Follow up. How long did that contract detail you be bound, or is it for all eternity?
It was an unestablished amount of time.
Okay, so all eternity. Got it. All right.
Wait.
Indefinitely.
Wait.
Yeah.
Question. Is it possible, and S-Man, you can jump in and chime in, is it possible to establish your soul to the wearer of the ring, or is it just willy-nilly, whoever has it has it?
Maybe heart soul.
Okay. Calliope, not now.
Not in any weird way. Like Beaufort stops and realizes what you just said and goes, no, not that way. I mean, like,
yeah,
like,
obviously not that way.
establish it like to the ring. Like I pull out my new stiletto dagger.
Not that way. You love each other.
I pull out my new stiletto dagger and I'm like, because I'm getting magic put on this thing, and my point is it possible to establish your soul to an object similar
Bound to the material plane instead of. Because, okay, so here's out of character for a second. So Zoltek, is this a city that was like just lost in the fog, or is this a city that like fell, like crumbled off into the swamp? It's gone, or does anybody know?
There is rumor and some established documentation of certain points of interest within the world via Waystone that can teleport you to one of the waypoints of Zoltek. One of which has been confirmed, which is a waypoint gate. I do believe it is in the... I think it's in the buzzards of the Eastern Deserts, just before or just after the Golden Spire, I want to say. And then there's another one in the Mountain Homes. That one, I'm not sure where that one is actually linked to lore-wise. I'll have to double check on that.
But so it was established in the material plane though, or was it like elsewhere?
Yeah, they're all in the material plane. Zoltek is an unknown. No one knows the coordinates of where Zoltek currently lies. They just know that there are a couple waypoints, like magical stones, that can teleport you there. They don't know how to get there. They don't know exactly where it is or where it lies on the current map of the world. But there is select points that can get you there.
And last anybody checked, it was still here. Okay, so it wasn't. It was lost. It wasn't destroyed. Okay, that was got it. Okay.
But point is like, is it possible to take your soul and attach it to something physical on this plane, so that way you can stay? Is my question.
Or at the very least, like if you were bound to be drawn back to Zoltek, you wouldn't be able to leave? You'd be bound there? Wherever that is.
Happen.
I point that question also to Morgan. I look at Morgan and I go, any thoughts?
Oh, many thoughts.
Morgan, come on now. Come on now. No,
If this creature were to claim his soul back, he would likely rot and decompose in an instant.
So someone else would have to claim it. Cool.
He willingly cast it to the shadows in exchange for power.
And now it's the only
craven
thing keeping him alive.
creature.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Aaron's the shadow baby, so Aaron can keep him alive. Aaron, you love him.
You're the only one that's ever said that, Calliope, I will point out.
You're keeping him alive like a good pet owner.
Oh my god, a pet? Are you serious? That's
Isn't that
worse.
what a husband is?
We really need to have a conversation
Wow.
about what love is for you, babe. We
Bo-
really need to have a
Bofer-
conversation at some
Beaufort
point.
goes face to palm and just, oh man.
Because I'll
God.
say, I've not had many relationships. I've not had any relationships, but I will say that didn't sound right. Even with limited experience, that didn't sound right.
Beaufort
My
hasn't
mom
had
and
any
dad
relationships either.
were married for years, okay? And my daddy, he chopped the wood, he brewed the liquor, and at the end of the day, had a good man. Isn't that what you do with a pet? You keep them alive and you pat it on the head and say good things.
Well, I feel like you're conflating two things that sound similar but aren't, and that cannot be true. It cannot be true.
It can't be that easy.
No, it cannot.
No, because like again, out of character, like on its face, she makes an excellent point. But like
conflating two things that sound similar but cannot be does not mean they are.
I'm dying. Where's Branch? Help.
Beaufort is literally going to be like, well, you know that moment where you see like a parent or a coach or something like take their hat off and just like, no, stop right there. Like draw the line in the sand. Like, no.
Just throw the clipboard down.
Yeah.
There's no play in the world that'll save this.
No. You fumbled the bag here. Nope.
She didn't fumble shit. She's got tyranny in her bed.
That's fair. You know what? I retract that statement. That's a fair
She
point.
didn't fumble shit. She's just real
Caliope's being a good pet.
Oh my word.
She
Where's
understands
Branch?
the
Where's
whole
Branch?
leg.
Where's Branch?
Branch, help!
Oh, good.
I'm surrounded.
Where are you?
I am surrounded by women who think that their significant others are pets. I need your help, bro.
I don't. But Morrigan and Calliope clearly do.
Branch returns from training with his dragon.
Just
Exhausted.
in time. Oh, great. Prepare to be more tired.
Me and Jerry were out in the woods having a grand old time, practicing some new things with this cloak I got.
How'd it work? How's it look?
Oh, you got a new cloak. That's nice. That's a nice cloak.
It's very flashy, but like it has this mist effect. I wanna combine it with. Well, I've been practicing the mist, how the mist works with my dragon's electric affinity, and
that's tight.
Is
Is Jerry like conjured right now, like walking with you?
No, he's
Please say
not
that.
conjured because I walked back and I didn't want to, exhausted him while we were out there. So
He EP. He's EP.
EP.
EP dragon.
Well, while we're in here all together, where? By the way, where's Tyrius?
Where's Tyrius? I mean, obviously not here, but like, where was he when last anyone checked?
He had gone and done some. All he told us was he's going to go take care of some things, and then he left. So we don't.
Going to see a guy about a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to go watch the ducks fly by. We don't know. But Beaufort's gonna look at Calliope.
Did you say Tyrius is a gangster?
Maybe, I don't know.
I was unaware of his game.
He's going to go see some fishes and see how they sleep.
man.
I'm gonna look at Calliope and say, so while we're all here and Morgan has her walls up, I saw you looking, and I saw you concentrating. What did you hear?
What? What happened? Aaron's gonna look at Calliope. What's going on?
Hello?
There you are.
Hello, hello.
Yes.
Okay. So I got new mind powers, right? And so things got really trippy downstairs, and there were some guards and some Pendrake here, so I decided to mind link with the flashiest one, and he said that the Golden Swat's coming home tomorrow.
Oh, great. Great. We don't have enough going on.
Bofer's going to look at all of you and say, I have only heard rumors. I still don't know who that guy is.
He's got some.
Too. You are a glory hole, and he is the Golden Swat. We hate the Golden Swat, so you
We
hate
hate
the Golden
him.
Swat.
I don't.
We hate him.
I'm gonna look at Aaron very gingerly and be like, I don't know if I hate anyone except for Dizzle. I don't know.
You know how you told us about Dizzle, and I was like, oh, we hate that guy now?
Oh, okay, got it. Yes,
He's our physical.
gotcha.
he's our
yes,
physical.
I hate this. What'd you say? Golden twat. I hate him now
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Bofer
A
just
new
shrugs
oath. A new oath has been born.
yeah. Bofer just shrugs his shoulders like, okay.
You'll honestly, when you meet him, you'll know.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Does this mean we need to get out of here, or do we need to stick around? What does this mean?
So, you guys remember when I told you I had a dream? By the way, I don't dream often, so because I don't dream. So, I had a dream, and in the dream, there was that weird emo laugh, and now he's coming home. Yeah, so you know how he's weird and emo and tortures people? We should just go.
Wait a minute. Wait, he tortures people? When did he Oh, well, there was that thing with Branch. He did hurt Branch that one time. I wouldn't say torture, but like he is a dick.
Yeah, as soon as you say he tortures Branch, I look at
It
Branch
is torture
and
Branch, but like
immediately the idea of hating someone actually sinks in, and he's like, "Oh, okay,
we do hate him.
yeah,
Oh yeah, no,
we
we do hate him.
we actually do hate this guy. Got it.
Yeah, it's for a reason.
Heard."
Admittedly, plenty of petty reasons, but also legitimate ones.
Bofer pulls out his notebook, writes "golden twat" in quotations, and writes "hate." It's
like, we hate that guy.
yeah, with 2 underlines next to it.
Yeah.
But Bofer's like, okay, so we hate this guy. He's dangerous. We need sleep and to eat. We don't know the exact arrival time of this guy. Do we just get up early? Do we what do we do? Because here's the thing. Didn't y'all have a quest before y'all were supposed to? And he stops.
Before what?
Yeah. But y'all had mentioned to me a quest about something about dragons or about a wyvern nest.
Yeah. We were supposed to scout that, report on it.
Okay, because I was also gonna say like.
You just see all their faces; they're suddenly really confused. Like, yeah, what was that other one?
I don't know. But y'all had mentioned something to me on the road or something about a wyvern nest for the truth seeker that y'all were supposed to be doing. I remember saying I could go with you, but I don't remember much of anything else. But there's also some. Mitch, correct me if I'm wrong. There's also some mines down in the southern regions, right?
Yeah, there are some established mines in the south.
Yeah. So Bofer's like, there's also some mines down there. By the way, everybody, I'm restudying forging. So,
you guys got up to a lot while I was busy.
And I look at Miss Morgan and I wink and I say, thanks to Miss Morgan, I'm gonna be really getting back into it. But in the south, there's some established mines, and if we're gonna go to this wyvern nest, if we find a mine, or if on our way there, or like if it's in the area, there's some established mines in the southern regions. So I would like to, I would love to go do this quest with y'all that y'all had mentioned, but also like side quest. There's some things for my studies that I would like to accomplish as well. So I don't think that's a bad place to start.
Right.
And maybe if we complete this quest that we were supposed, because something about, and I think about it for a second. And I'm like, something about like just scouting or something like that. Y'all were supposed to. Y'all mentioned scouting or something. We weren't supposed to actually engage, is what y'all said.
Yeah, we're not supposed to fight them or anything because they're wyverns and we're us.
And so Bover's like, yeah, I just want to let y'all know, like, we could possibly go there, and like, by the time we get back, maybe Golden Twat is gone. I don't know, but point is that could be a first place to start. Like, we could start there and just go south.
So why have you? What?
I know
Okay,
the
so
guard's
wait.
face and voice. I also know the golden twat's face and voice, so I could possibly mind link and see if they're still there. If I mind link with the golden twat, he'll know that I'm mind linking with him, and we probably don't want that. So,
Well, Willie? Do people have people been able to detect your presence since you got this power up?
well,
Because I didn't know you were there until you were there. If you're just you said you mind
they're
linked with
my
the guard
friends.
downstairs, right? Right.
Yeah.
Did the
Yeah,
guard
you're right about
downstairs notice?
I would like to also throw out that our friends have been kidnapped.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
so-
Oh yeah.
They're also in the south, aren't they?
I believe so.
No, they're in the east. They're
They're
in
in
the
the
desert in the east. But we also
Yep.
have a new connection in the east if we can gain a little bit more prominence. And
Do we?
we need more drip. Uh-huh.
Wait, who?
Well, it's a friend of a friend. Actually, it's the father of a friend. Y'all know Edmund, the jewel guy? So he's who traded me this pretty tiara, for the
Right.
wine and the cigar. So his daddy is in the east. And his daddy is kind of a big deal. So
Like what kind of a big deal? Like who is he?
give me a second to go back to that conversation.
Like checking my notes.
Right.
Is
Exactly what kind of a big deal is Edmund's daddy? That is a good question.
he like a lord or something? Like what? We have connections now?
Yeah, we getting that's why you got me. We got Sirius for the streets and me for the streets.
Again, not touching that one. You make it too easy.
This was
So it wasn't even a shopping trip, was it? Calliope was out networking all day. I love that.
So Edmund did not give out any specifics as to who he was.
okay, cool. Thank you.
Oh, so you don't. Okay, so maybe networking is the wrong word.
But
So do-
Edmund did say that you would have to be someone of a fair bit of renown and status in order to even get in contact with him. So someone of vast importance somewhere along the lines.
Yeah, that part.
Okay, all right. And if Calliope has contact with him now, does that make her vastly important? And thus us vastly
No,
important? No? Oh.
no. We have not gained that yet. We only know his son, and his son works here. He's successful here, and of, a respectable status. However, nah, we are the glory holes. We are the glory. We need a name. We need like real stuff under our belt. We can't even remember what we did yesterday, guys. How are we gonna brag about it?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's an excellent point. My head still hurts from that, honestly. Although it might have been the candles all day. That I might have just given myself a migraine, not even thinking about it.
Calliope shakes her head. Point being, we got business in the east. We got business in the south. I feel like we're not big enough to go east yet, y'all just want to go check down some dragons?
Yes, absolutely.
Are we sure we want to avoid Gaston, though? Because, I mean, here's the thing. People around here, I think, have kind of caught on to the fact, probably, that we don't like him, he doesn't like us. If he's on his way back in and we're, like, running out the door, is that not suspicious? And also, don't we want to know where he's been?
No. When we were getting big, he left. Why is it suspicious that when he's coming back, we getting big?
You don't want to flex your wealth on your drinking buddy Fenemy?
Yeah, what about Alex? What about that half Goliath you were in a barrel with that one time? You don't want to see him again? He's Ken, I thought.
Off, just kind of in a daze, just whimsically.
Them's was good times. But he's an op. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
He's right hand to the biggest op.
Yeah.
I
There.
highly suggest if we do not like this guy, we go south. Seeing as how there's also a war in the north, this would give us ample opportunity to not be detected.
They're also trying to pinch an enemy encampment up in the north. It looks like they're kind of losing though, if you ask me. Because
The Pendrakes or the Northerners?
The Pendrakes are losing.
Ooh, joy.
Hey, Branch. What do you...
Who knew the Pendrakes are pussies? I'm sorry.
Hey, Branch, what do you know about the fighting styles of the Warkin? Is it just brute strength or is it strategy? What's the deal?
They've, as of recent, have been dabbing in mystical arts, brainwashing bigger species to fight for them. So I wouldn't be surprised if their battle tactics have also improved.
That means
that doesn't sound good.
That means that
Not at all.
if my kind doesn't adapt, they have tons of cool weapons, tons of cool technology, but when you have an endless supply of just meat bags to throw, that level of bombardment at some point is going to get tiring.
The Warkin will have them on sheer numbers.
Yeah.
I will be happy to come along with you and provide you and your people any knowledge that I know of.
I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. Beaufort gets this like worried look on his face for a second, and then immediately just catches himself and goes back to being stoic dad and crosses his arms and goes, I would much rather go south. As much as I want to check on Cavella and try to find her, as much as I want to get revenge, I don't think I'm there yet. There's some studying for me that needs to be done. I need to acquire knowledge more than I need to get revenge right now.
Are you sure home will still be there when we get there, Beaufort?
Beaufort looks.
When we do, when you are ready.
Beaufort looks down and doesn't want to think about it. I'll be honest with you, Aaron. In the same way that some of us here don't like to divulge or think of certain information, that is one of the things I do not want to think about it. I understand the severity and I understand the implications of such things. Do not want to think about it. I can't. Right now, as it stands, I cannot risk my life or the life of my friends who have aided me. So I urge us to go south and, who knows, have an awesome, fun adventure. Whatever the case may be. We have new weapons, we have new armor, we have all kinds of new stuff that I know for a fact, and I look at Calliope, I'm like, I know for a fact we want to test it out. So, my point is Beaufort has a look on his face right now of pure pure anxiety.
Mm.
Not anxiety attack, but just like that anxious look on someone's face when they don't want to say what they're really feeling, but really also want to get it out.
It's like right under the skin, yeah.
Yeah. And so he's like, I do not want to go north or east, seeing as how my people are there, and I absolutely cannot risk my life or y'all's in such a way that would leave me in a place of feeling guilty again. So, if it pleases the group, I would prefer let's maybe get some sleep, and we can head out in the morning, rise and shine early, grab some food out from the tables out in the hall before we leave, and take off. I just head south. We can go.
I don't want to leave tonight. He's coming in the morning. We're gonna pass him at the very least. He's a golden slot. His progression's gonna be huge.
Is rumored to be in the evening.
Oh, awesome. I mean,
And so that's Beaufort is pleading without pleading.
Hmm.
I
feel like Aaron would just look at the others like, what do you guys think? That's
Calliope's selfish, and she wants to rub his face in everything. She wants to strut.
I'll say this, Calliope. Right now, I think you're the only person who could strut without repercussion. I not saying that none of I look at Aaron and Branch and I'm like, not saying that y'all are not powerful and capable in and of yourself, but with the things she has acquired, she is able to get away.
Yeah.
I look at y'all and I do this. I like point at my body. I'm like, this does not move very fast.
Yeah.
So I
wasn't gonna say anything, but yeah.
I do not move very fast, and I tap the new big sword on my back, and I'm like, especially with this thing, I do not move very fast. I understand where you're coming from, Calliope. I truly do. If there's anyone in this room who gets it, I feel like it's me and possibly Branch. We can do that another time.
The only reason I would. What'd you say, Calliope?
Oh no, it's just we just keep finding out that the Pendrakes are pussies and they don't pay their debts and all this good stuff, and I just think that now's the perfect time for a bar fight.
I'll leave it to y'all. I am new. I'm just giving suggestion. And I'm going to Morgan's still in the room, right?
Mm-hmm. Morgan and you both are still here, right?
I'm going to tap Miss Morgan on the shoulder and say, can me and you step outside for just a second?
The reason for secrecy?
I'm going to allow them to speak, but I also wanted to ask you a question about what we spoke about earlier.
Find no reason to hide it.
Oh, okay. So I'll let y'all have y'all's conversation real quick, and then I'll come back to me and Morgan.
All right. I mean, personally, I don't see the reason for a bar fight in the middle of the guild hall where we're just like we already have some people here who don't like us and some people here who do like us, and we're just getting our feet under us. Maybe starting a fight here wouldn't be the best idea.
Everybody loves us except the golden swat.
Well, there's also what is
because they ain't us.
What is that one? The elf, the one elf, the monk, who we make more than her in a year in like one day.
Mariah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, no, No,
Oh, that's
the
the
brunette.
guild desk
That's-
director.
That's
Oh, yeah.
no, Mariah's the brunette that left us in that room for 6 hours unconscious. No, I can't fucking stand her, but like that the other one, the blonde.
Oh,
But so there's them.
I don't even know her name. Damn, poor thing.
Yeah.
So that
she
would
sucks.
be the one that's mad at you is guild desk director Ahira.
Ahira, that one.
Okay.
So Ahira doesn't like us, and then I don't know about you guys, but I don't like the other one. But then there's also, I mean, we do have allies here that we maybe don't want to piss off by getting into a huge fight. I personally, I don't know about you two, I just want to find out what the hell Gaston's been up to after he went off doing whatever he's doing, because I don't trust him as far as I can throw him, and if he's up to something, I'd like to know what before we sneak out of here.
I think it's a good idea. I like that.
Fine. Okay, I'll mind link with him. You don't gotta beg.
Branch looks over to Beaufort, saying, "You sure you don't want to head out to see your people?"
Right, that too.
Branch, I have never been more sure about anything.
All right.
Not to be rude or to be blunt.
No, you're okay.
I
Just instant.
Can I be completely frank with y'all? And I touch Miss Morgan's shoulder, like kind of put my hand on her shoulder, and I go, "This woman right here, and Mr. Second Son Lothric are the only two people who are of my kin technically, and also actually part of my kin. These are the only two that I've met thus far that did not give me a look of death when they first looked upon me. So
You can't go back there right now.
no, and which leads me to this, and I asked Miss Morgan, I'm like, how, if we were to stay until for la- for for humor's sake, if we were to stay until Golden Twat returns, how fast do you think your contacts could conjure up the materials and study guides for me to get back into forging?
I would say within a few days, but sending objects long distance isn't particularly hard for someone of my skill set or those around me.
And Beaufort thinks for a second and goes, "What do you think it would? This is an honest question. What do you think it would take to get those materials here as fast as possible?"
Depends on his mood, to be honest. He can be rather generous when he is in a good mood, or he can be quite the penny pincher when he's in a foul or displeased mood. So it really just depends on the day.
Would 1,500 gold motivate him to, I don't know?
Oh, he cares not for gold pieces. He
okay.
cares for things with substance, importance, history.
Oh?
I don't have anything that I want to give him for that price. No way. No.
What?
Even
feel
that
like Aaron's-
dream that we found that we have no use for it because you can't remember why the fuck you got it.
I feel like Aaron's ears would perk up with that history, you say.
Beaufort thinks about it and goes, pull out that prayer journal that I don't know how I acquired it. Pull it out, and I'm like, what about some history of the dead?
Well, it depends on the history and the person.
That's fair.
Yeah.
If it would please you, Miss Morgan, to insinuate the time crunch, and I do have something that I believe is worth trading away and does hold secrets that I can't begin to attain at this moment. If he would be interested, I'd be more than willing to part ways with it to acquire such materials and study guides ASAP.
Well, luckily I know all of your lovely faces, so if I have need of any of you, I can simply just pop in and see where you are. Getting things to
Oh.
you will not be a challenge.
I figured as such. You are a wonderful help. Thank you. Um,
Huh.
Bofer leans back, and he had only drank maybe a quarter of his mug of beer and downs it in one gulp. He goes,
Yep.
all right. Is it? I'm guessing now it is like for sure evening time by this time. Like it's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Bofer's gonna look at everybody and go, okay. I guess let's as long as we can agree that after we, for lack of a better term, and I point at Miss Calliope, I'm like, as long as you get to strut and
Around them hoes.
peacock around, that's cool. But as long as we can agree that we will go south, I'm more than willing to stick through it and do whatever I need to do. But I would really prefer not to go north or east.
Or to linger here for longer than we need to. That's fair.
Yeah, I don't mind lingering. I mean, I've lingered for the last 7 years. Lingering does not bother me. It's the on a mission to a place where I know I'm not welcome.
Right.
You're fun.
Like,
I may not be fun, but I'm
You've
alive.
never laid it before?
Listen, I may not be fun, but I am alive, and that means something to me.
I'm fun and alive, so
Maybe one day I can do the same. And then Bofer claps his hands and goes, all right, I'm going to bed, and gets up and...
What business do you all have south? Morgan kind of inquires to you all.
something about a wyvern nest?
dragon.
Research and scouting, or infiltration and subjugation?
Research and scouting, to the best of our knowledge.
Interesting.
Why, you wouldn't have any details that we don't, would you?
I would be very interested in joining along.
Oh?
Mating season for wyverns and the kin can be quite deadly. A lot of precious remains around breeding grounds.
Wait a second.
Huh.
You say it's mating season?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
yeah. Guys, you really want to see dragon dick right now? Like, sincerely.
I mean, hey, Calliope, isn't your girlfriend Dragonkin? Can you really talk?
I said dragon dick, not dragon pussy. And also, mind your goddamn.
Morgan
Since when do you
smirks and
mind your
goes,
goddamn?
it's a great way for researchers to be able to find out what species of wyverns and other kin are interacting with one another. It helps path possible mutations or even new breeds of wyverns. That, and it's also nice to check up on reoccurring high-quality breeders. There are some egg clutches that fetch a rather respectable price, depending on the family that you sell them to.
Oh, I don't know about all that.
Wait a second, we about to grab egg. She about to get us killed.
Oh, no, I don't. I don't.
Pen drakes are the
Respectfully,
only ones that generally buy wyvern eggs by the clutch.
yeah, that sounds like.
Of course they are.
And respectfully, if that's the kind of company that would do that, maybe we do avoid the eggs. Maybe we avoid the eggs.
Maybe.
Yeah, they wouldn't even pay us right for them. They buy them by the clutch and then not pay us for almost dying.
I think it's a good idea for us to go for the eggs. I think we have the tool.
Are you trying to get Jerry some brothers and sisters branch? What's happening?
No. I just
Are you
think,
sure?
I think our team is capable of
Jerry's getting lonely.
His
the
friend
nugget
needs a
together.
friend. You can't just have one. You can't just have one pet. Your pet needs a pet.
Yeah, he
It's like
needs
with
another
cats.
dragon. Yeah.
It's like that's how you end up with like 10 cats. You get one, and then it's like, well, it needs a friend, and then you end up with more, and it
Poor
just keeps
Jerry.
going. That, but with drakes, jakes and
Oh
wyverns.
no. And Branch has a tragic past, so him being the tragic goblin hunting dragon keeper is just amazing.
He's a drake warden. Yeah,
Yeah. Drake
he's
Horner.
he's a ranger with a clutch of dragons.
Dang, I'm like a cat lady, but with dragons.
Yes,
That's wild.
yes.
That is a wild statement.
Father of
That is
dragons.
awesome, actually. Father of dragons. Amen.
Wilson Branch, father of dragons. First in his name.
Where are my dragons?
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
word. All of a sudden, this whole campaign's name shifts to How to Train a Dragon. That's crazy.
Right.
No, Beaufort has fully left and gone to bed. I'm going to bed.
He's ready
He's getting ready for tomorrow's shenanigans. He's got a lot to think about.
Yeah.
Flappy's still trying
Valid.
to convince everybody to fight Gaston because she's just on it now.
Erin's gonna take a seat with the meal that Beaufort was kind enough to grab her and just kind of go snake meal and just like have the whole thing all at once because she hasn't eaten all day. And if Hume is still around, also share if he's even willing to look at her at this point because that was a dramatic little display earlier.
Oh, he
I
walks
mean,
right
it's
up
not
and
her
takes a
fault.
fistful of like half the plate and just like walks away, shoving big piece of it in his mouth.
Yeah, he's not talking to me right now, is he? Now he's pissed at me.
I mean, he's not pissed. He just knows not to fucking say anything too snarky because, well, Morgan's scary.
Morgan,
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah, I feel like Morgan should come with us wherever we go next. I feel like that actually would be awesome.
I think if
No. Oh no, am I leaving my baby mama here?
Well, that's the thing. Would Tyranny be coming with us as well? We have just some Dragonkin ladies. Will Red come too?
I don't
We just have
know.
these
'Cause I put
these
the two of
this
them together
badass trio.
prolonged is a
I
headache.
don't think Scarlet's Dragonkin. I think she's an elf, right?
No, she's just a
Yeah.
friend with her Gucci bag of holding. She has a
Right.
Gucci bag of holding,
A
guys.
powerful ass friend with a
She-
Gucci bag of holding.
She'd
She's
be
just
invaluable on the quest. Man.
I
So
mean,
we got
Just
two
that
Dragonkins and a Gucci bag of holding having which.
we did also establish as canon that Branch can carry her on his back. So
Yes, because
Yeah.
she won't walk with a quickness at all. She stays in the cart or on Branch's back. If we have to run,
yeah, she's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, she's not down with the quickness. That's crazy.
no, not
Yes,
down with a
that's
quickness.
enough to get a
Unless
couple
it's
of
Why
spell
did
them.
casting, then she's very fucking fast.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say we haven't seen her in a fight, but like when it's casual, she's just she does what she wants at her pace.
She take very advantage of casual.
Right.
Ah. Oh my god.
Oh Lord, what have we gotten into?
Fresh hell.
You know,
Does everybody go to bed?
you from fresh hell.
So out of
Yeah.
curiosity, you guys are heading south. Do you guys have a time frame on when you would like to start heading south? Are you guys going to do that some point tomorrow before Gaston gets back, or are you guys going to try to go like underground mode and just be out of his sight and linger around the town for a few more days?
I will
we
say
were fully confrontational, and I was gonna strike. Are we not peacocking?
you're peacocking for sure. I will say the rest of you are all decked out and dripped out. Erin is still in her starter gear. I feel like before we go anywhere, maybe we fix that.
Yeah,
Yes.
you do have 4,500
gotta-
gold that was given to you.
Yes.
I have
so
4,500 gold and I am in the cloak I left home in. We need to
Don't
fix
worry.
that.
We need to go. You need to go shopping. That's what you
And
need
it's got
to do.
holes in it from the cellar and I can't even remember where the holes came from.
Oh no! It's just like one of those. Is it like your favorite shirt? You're like, I don't even know
It's
how
like,
I got
yeah,
these
like
holes.
suddenly it's
just
my
here
favorite cloak.
now.
It's shredded and I don't even know how. So,
Branch
maybe,
heads
yeah.
back to bed with intentions on plotting on Gaston.
Plotting on Gaston. Definitely leaving, but like stick around for what, like maybe a day,
Kyle,
2 at most,
gotta
just
have
to like.
somebody bring up the carriage and the horses before, and like have a procession, and we leave out after he comes in. Like,
Yeah, so you can see us leave.
yeah, we need an announcer. We need to hire an announcer. I can't announce us this time.
We need a crier. Again, where is Tyrius? He'd like play a sick ass flute solo, and then we all just like walk down the main street. It's like an action movie strut. The whole party all in a line, taking up the whole street for some fucking reason. On our way to the
Listen,
stables, like
in
you
New
would,
Year,
Dura.
not on our way to the stables. The horses are out front. We have to have
Oh,
it.
so
We
just
have
like
to have
on
it
our way
set.
out to the gate. We're just like on our way to the
Yeah.
gate. Cars
Yeah.
waiting.
Yeah, you guys still have a cart that's fully loaded. They've been maintaining your horses the last couple of days. So you guys are
Right.
at any time you can just walk up to the stables, be like, yeah, we'd like to get our shit out, and they would have you set and ready to go within a half hour.
Right.
Awesome.
So we just
Yeah.
slow-mo walk out to the gates. There's an explosion behind us for no reason. It's a whole thing.
Before he goes to bed, whenever he shuts the door behind him, I'm actually gonna go to the front desk lady whom Aaron was very rude to.
She was rude to us first. She left us
Miria.
in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Miria.
I stand on that.
Is she there, or did someone else
Stand
take her
on that.
position for the night?
She is quite busy. You see that there are quite a few mercenaries and Pendrake Guard, along with adventurers that seem to still be turning in quests and giving descriptions and reports of their mission. And she seems quite busy with the influx of people here. By the way, with your passive perception, you would see Tyria sitting at a far table with Scarlet and what appears to be another woman that is wearing knight's armor. And they are completely surrounded by Pendrake's mercenaries and adventurers, and you see cheers and laughing and just people being loud. There is quite the gathering of people that seems to be centered around Tyrius and a few other people.
Is he infiltrating? What's happening?
I am. I'm going to, because that seems weird.
Yeah.
Can I? About how far from? Because I would like to get in line and speak to Miria, but how far from that spot do you think they are from me?
There's probably like 4 groups of people that are currently in line. One of which is currently doing a report. There are 2 groups behind them that are both kind of sitting on several sacks worth of like monster parts. And then you see kind of a newbie group of adventurers, a small group of them that are kind of talking about themselves as they have a couple of quests in hand to mark as their own.
Well, I'm saying, like, how far from me is Tyrius and his table of people?
Oh, you're probably like maybe 40-ish feet away, 30, 40 feet.
Okay. Would you say I would have clocked this on my way down the stairs, or would I have clocked it when I got
Yeah,
there?
it would have
Okay.
been like probably midway from the
Um,
second floor to the first floor. You would have caught it on the staircase. You'd been like, oh, that's a large group of people. And then, the horns would have given it away pretty much immediately.
Gotcha. I want to, well, no, because there's verbal and somatic components. I won't cast magic this time. I'm going to just take a wild stab in the dark and say that Tyrius is probably casting a lot of magic right now. But I'm going to leave him be, but I'm going to keep an eye out for because I don't have that telepathy thing that Calliope has, and I can't alert her to get in Tyrius's brain. And I don't want to go sprinting back up the stairs and alert anybody that I notice something. So I'm just going to stand in line, wait my turn, and keep an eye on Tyrius and see if anything goes south or see if anything kind of starts to get sour. I'm going to kind of stand guard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyone else doing anything during this time? Are you guys all kind of like winding down, getting any other plans together? Like Aaron, do you have a plan of what you'd like to shop for in the morning? Armor? You going for like a fancy dress like Calliope? Like, what are your thoughts? What are you looking to get?
Well, definitely not like I don't know about a fancy dress or anything like that. I don't actually. I can't remember if I'm armor proficient or not.
Couple of things. No, you don't know light armor. That's why I'm wearing your gloves.
Right? Yeah. No, I don't have any armor proficiency, do I? So I
No.
I
don't.
mean, you can also pick up robes. I
Right.
have quite a few things for spellcasters, so
Yeah, like if I were to get anything, it would probably be new robes. Um, to better protect me out there. / maybe be able to help protect the others.
You could get a Dumbledore hat.
I could get a Dumbledore hat, but
That'd be cute. What about a hair clip or an amulet? Magic amulet.
yeah, I feel like that might be more my speed because I have good hair. Like Aaron has good hair. You don't want to cover it with a hat.
Aaron has good hair.
Yeah. Maybe not a tiara exactly like what Calliope's got, but like I don't know, we could look into some stuff.
I'm eccentric. I'm also dating a bad bitch, so you know. And she looked like royalty, so I gotta look like royalty. Cause who is this bitch on her arm? You know, I was dusty.
Yeah, you gotta match the caliber of woman at your side. But no, I feel like Aaron's more like the vibe would be more like like feminine but leaning more towards like androgynous. Maybe not a pretty dress so much. Maybe like I don't know, some nice trousers and a vest with like the robes kind of thing.
Would you say
Why
shadowy?
did I swear to God? Oh my God.
Would you say somebody
Oh.
who likes to stick to the shadows?
No, cause I legit just have to go back. I have to see if I saved them. Cause I
Oh yeah, no, you sent me a picture in the
no,
on Discord.
there was some that I know, but that was with like a skirt, and I have some that were like with pants, but the pants didn't look. They didn't look good to me. But I'm gonna see if I can find over the save drives and send them over to you. Cause I was like, cause I was doing shopping and I was like, Aaron don't got nothing. But
All right.
Aaron,
Is that why you said you're just like I'm getting something? Do you want anything?
yes.
But so okay, yeah. So would that would be what at the general store, Mitch, or would that be more at like the
that would be
tailored to Calliope
Lothar.
specific?
Or for
Lothar.
like clothes, that would be Violet and Nalkig. If you're looking for more like armory tidbits or like upgraded robes, that would actually no, robes would definitely be in the purview of Violet and Nalkig. Nalkig specifically would be the one harvesting precious materials like that.
So we have to do shopping trip to Electric Boogaloo, and Calliope needs to introduce me to Violet, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. But
I mean,
also, what
Electric
about
Boogaloo
shoes?
is
Do you
wild.
not want some cute shoes? You could
What'd you say?
shoes. Do you not want cute shoes? I can fly because cute shoes. Do you not want cute shoes?
Not like the heels, maybe like boots. I could get some good boots.
I know.
We're out on the
I can
road.
suit your style.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, we're out on the road. We get into fights and shit. Like she's got to be able to move a little bit, and like heels. No.
I can fly in my heels. All right. I had some thought to it.
Yeah, and that's your vibe. But she's going like flat and practical. Practical but fashionable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Branch, did you say you were going to head to bed?
And yeah, what's
Yeah.
Branch doing?
When you get in there, you notice Bover's not there.
Oh. Oh no.
Notices, and he's like, "Wow, that's crazy," and minds his own business.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's what Branch would do. Wow, that's crazy.
Hey,
That is what Branch.
I don't blame him.
Damn it. Branch, you need to ask questions. You need to ask questions more.
He's got stuff on his plate. He ain't care.
Oh, yeah.
Bofa is a grown ass
I
dwarf. He is older than all of us.
I did want to talk to you, but I understand you might. I assume you might have something going on, so I'm like, maybe you need some
Yeah,
time.
Bofer's going through some shit right now with
Oh,
the
yeah,
stuff up
both of
north.
you.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
maybe
It's
he wants to be
Homeland's
by
been
so
himself.
going
Bofa
fast,
was
so
happy about God. What's going on with him now?
He was happy, and then stuff happened, and now he's bothered a little.
The
goblins are attacking his homeland, and Branch really wants to go out there and kill some goblins, but at the same time,
so I
But
don't know if
he's
y'all are all on roll 20. Do y'all have do y'all have a perception check higher than 6? Or do y'all have like a passive perception higher than 6?
yes, I do.
Yeah.
my passive perception's 14. Yeah.
So you would have his demeanor changed at the prospect of going east. So it's not that he's not happy, it's that the attitude has changed from excited about what recently happened to now this new prospect has come to the front of his mind and does not like it. Just does not like it.
Wait, going east or going north?
Both. Because Homeland is northeast. Like it's
Oh,
and so
I see. Because I thought it was just straight north. Because I was wondering, I'm like, what's east? That would be a problem.
And so that's why, like, if we encountered some of them on the road, if we maybe traveled a little too far north rather than straight east, like, you know what I mean? Like the fog can mess with you. So like the
Right.
thought of even heading remotely in that direction, all the cool stuff and amazing things that happened are now backseat. It's like someone who's very compartmentalized has now moved a section of his mind to the front that he did not want to bring to the front. So
it's like a bucket of cold water got dumped on him.
Yeah. So reality set in.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Branch Buffer's not in there.
Are there any signs of like where you would have went?
I mean, unless you look downstairs, probably not.
That's crazy.
That's
Branch,
crazy.
posted on the door, you would see this.
What?
Posted on our door.
Posted on every door on this floor, actually.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, what?
Wait, where's it? Where do you put it in?
Look
Roll
at this.
20.
Do you have the screen pulled up? Oh, that too, yeah.
Oh,
Well, yeah, or my
I got
stream, yeah.
Discord.
Oh, those fuckers.
I don't like that.
I don't like that at all.
You know
We don't.
what's
I mean, I was gonna say me and Calliope don't
You
know, but like,
what's crazy? My mind, the plot I have for against Gaston, I guess out of character because there's no one around like me. I wanted to see if we're going to try to fight him eventually. We should know what his abilities are. So I was thinking maybe we should be in a position to fight alongside him before we're in a position to fight against him, so we can know exactly what we will be going against. And this seems like the only way. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say the only way, but like I had this idea, and now having this on my door, I'm like, man, maybe.
are you serious?
I mean, I just saying, if we want to beat him up, just dropping in and fighting him without knowing like what he's capable of, or at least what he will pull out of his ass in a pinch, is, in my opinion, a mistake. I don't think.
We don't know anything about him except that he's a twat.
Exactly. Allegedly strong one, and I don't like how alleged it is.
Allegedly. Yeah.
You know,
So that his family views people and swindle people and shit.
Where are we looking to see what the Golden SWAT did?
Either Roll20 or the stream, the Twitch stream.
I can read it if you like.
They want. I was gonna say you and me wouldn't see this. Branch would have seen this.
Branch wouldn't see this. Branch takes note of this. In fact, he leaves it on the door. And he writes it down.
Like whoever comes back to the room would all says, "Oh, perfect."
Yeah, so
Oh,
like,
this is on every door for the adventurers that house here. It's on every door on this floor.
So like maybe
open
so
it.
Calliope, would we be walking and talking like back to the room at a certain point? Or are we still just hanging
Yeah.
out? Is Morrigan still in the
Yeah,
room with us,
we're
by the
walking
way?
back to the room.
She's still in the
Still in the
library.
study?
As you all left, she would have said, "We'll catch you tomorrow morning at some point."
Right. Oh, and Yuma's still out as well, yeah?
Yeah, as soon as you start to like make for the door, he immediately like flies into your shadow.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like melts into sludge and just flies into the dark depths of your shadow to disappear.
Before we leave this before we leave the study, if there's like I'm assuming there's like chairs or couches or something around in the study.
Yeah.
Is there a pillow that I could grab?
There is.
Because I'm keeping mine, but I'm gonna steal one of the pillows off of either one of the chairs or like the couches or whatever, and just kind of like reach out to the shadow. He could take it if he wants.
The hand quickly reaches out, grabs the pillow, and slinks back in.
Yeah. Okay, and then we leave. Because I feel bad now. I'm back to feeling bad for him again.
If you really want to do something, grab the cushions off the couch. Let him make a pallet.
Yeah, that. I feel like somebody would notice. That's a great idea, but I feel like we might get in trouble. Damn it.
Man, Stockholm Syndrome's crazy.
What?
I said Stockholm
Syndrome
Syndrome's
for who?
crazy. No, I'm joking because this guy was bad and then now he's good and then you were upset and then now you feel bad.
Yelm's just trying to survive, all right?
True.
He's just trying to live.
True.
Yeah, he's just a guy.
He's just a little
made
guy.
a
Just
lot
a
of
guy in a
mistakes.
situation.
He's just a little
He's just
guy.
a guy in a situation. He's just a little guy, Your Honor.
He sold his soul to the devil because he was a whore.
And like, who hasn't? Who hasn't?
I mean, there's more.
I mean,
to
none
it,
of
yeah.
us.
But yeah.
None of us, but like, who hasn't? You know, we've all been stupid in our 20s. It's fine.
I'm still in my 20s.
Yeah, exactly. See,
No, joking.
stupid shit. Sometimes you
I
sell your soul
remember
to the
my
devil.
20s. Ah, what a good time it was all those years ago.
All three of
The
them.
grandpa voice, please.
Back in my day!
Uphill, both ways in the snow, etc.
Through the salt mines and over the razor factory we went. Uphill both ways. It was always winter, even in the middle of summer.
Yeah, we had no shoes, nothing. You kids don't even know.
Gross.
Even in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
You youngins don't even know. You don't even know.
Back before the boomy boxes.
Yeah.
I was born 2 years after the first Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie came out on VHS.
Oh my
Oh
god.
god, that fucking movie. The Ivan Ooze one.
The ooze.
Oh man. I've been aged.
Anyways, if y'all go back to the
I'm
room,
older than you and I don't know what that is.
if y'all go back to the room, y'all will then also notice that Bover's not there.
Okay, yeah. And then on top of that, we also would have known, like, walking down the hall, like, from the study to our room, like, what, like, notices on the doors, like, what's that? What's that about?
So
Quiet,
what's
B.
going on? Huh?
You see this?
No, I don't. Roll20 isn't working.
Oh shit! Oh, so you actually still don't know?
Here, I'll post it in general.
I was just
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'll read it. It says, "Join the Pendrake Army. 50 gold pieces Scion, 100 gold pieces on completing training camp, 100 gold pieces per 6 month, yearly raise and or promotion based on merit. Join today and be an extension of the Pendrake Guard. King Arthur Pendrake, the King Dragon, rider of Imgriite, the Sunborn."
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And these notes are on every door.
They was running low. It's the second floor, so it's at least people who can do D-ranks, and you know they love throwing bodies at their problems. Like, this is...
And underpaying them.
And indeed, like 50 gold pieces. Oh, look, a 50 gold piece sign-on bonus. Glory me, like I can make 50 gold pieces going and finding somebody's fucking lost cat.
Right? Okay, so we don't see Beaufort. We do see Branch, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay,
My
so
question is, why do you think they need the homies?
Because they're
I don't-
losing.
Because they're losing
Yeah.
a war to brutes in the north. And they're trying to pinch him, but even the Golden Swat is coming home exhausted after wiping out CW's fucking inventory the first time he went up there.
Oh, he's gonna clean him out again, too, isn't he? Fuck.
Maybe
Yeah, we
can
need to go
negotiate a
shopping.
simple contract. Yeah, we need to go
Also,
shopping.
again, looking around the room.
But
So,
also-
hey, Branch, where's Beaufort?
Yeah. When I got here, he wasn't here, and I kind of just assumed that maybe he wanted to be alone since he wasn't here.
Yeah, and again, looking around the room, Tyrius isn't here either. Has he been? He's been gone all day, right?
Not
Weird.
all day, just the latter half of the afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, because the early half of the afternoon was last session.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. I don't know. Look at Branch. Look at Calliope. Do we want to see if he's okay at least before we go to bed? Because he
I
seemed a
that
little
would be a
rattled.
good idea.
Yeah.
All together. Then.
He what?
Trying to go see my baby mama. These are grown. And
She said.
be a commotion somewhere if they were in trouble.
She said that he's grown, so yeah. If you didn't hear the he's grown part.
He's grown. We're home. They're safe. If they weren't, it'd be loud out there. It's not. Let's go.
Is it wild out there? Would we hear the revelry downstairs from the room? By chance?
It's fairly rowdy. I mean, it's a busy adventure guild night.
Yeah, Aaron goes to the door you guys don't hear that? I feel like
It's
Aaron's
not
gonna,
worse than any other night.
Aaron's
Yeah,
gonna go
no.
downstairs.
Calliope's worked in a bar. She knows what commotion, like bad commotion sounds like. She's like,
That is revelry, not commotion.
Can we see anything from our door down into the actual guild from where we're at?
Oh no, you guys are
You know
down the
what?
hallway.
Fine, let's just do this. Calliope's gonna mind link with Tyrius. Are you good, dude?
You hear Tyrus go, "Yeah, we're great. Hold on," and he's you can visualize him drinking as you momentarily get a glimpse through his eyes as he is smashing a tankard of ale, slams on the ground, and you see across the table, he is currently drinking against a Pendrake guard and a couple of his buddies, and then you see Scarlet on one side of him, who is competently holding her own in this drinking competition, and to his left you see a light-haired female knight who is also drinking on his flank against the Pendrake guard. There are easily probably 30-40 people around them that are just cheering and taking bets and are just talking around them loudly. He's good.
Calliope's gonna unlink.
He's fine. He's getting plastered with the Red Witch.
Okay. If you guys say so.
Now, do I have to check up on Beaufort, or did I prove that if there was if there was a problem, we would hear it by now?
I mean, I don't know, man. People around here don't actually check in on problems. She still hasn't forgotten about that 6-hour time. They just let
Calliope's mind links with
You'll just
Beaufort.
let things ride. You know they just let things ride.
Beaufort, everybody's worried about a grunt-ass dwarf older than all of us. Are you okay? Signs of life, dude.
I go, I'm fine, thank you, Calliope. And I say, you can look through my eyes, and what you'll see is me standing in line to go talk to Miria, and then I'll even look to my left to show.
Beaufort steps up to the next in line is Miria is there.
Yeah, and I'll look to my left to show you the full scope of the surrounding Pendrake group and mercenaries surrounding their table where they're at.
Mm.
I say I have an eye on it. If something goes wrong, I guess just keep this channel open and I'll let you know.
Alright, good, cool beans, dude. And Calliope's gonna unlink. Everybody's surrounded by ops, but the ops don't want them.
You wait, what? You left that part out. What do you mean they're surrounded?
I mean, there are Pendrakes everywhere here, and the Pendrakes are still the ops, no?
Yeah, but like, so our guys are surrounded by Pendrakes right now.
I mean, Sirius is getting drunk with them right now with the Red Witch and one of the Pendrake guards, but she's kind of hot. And both friends in line to talk to Maria, whatever that bitch name is, the bitch we don't like.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, they're surrounded by ops as far as I'm concerned, but they want to be friends with the ops, so we can be mad at them if you want.
I'm not mad. I'm just, you know.
Calliope's being messy. All right.
Yeah, I know, for real. Aaron was earlier. It's fine.
Yeah, no.
It was your turn. You know what? Today's been a day. He said Beaufort says he's fine. Interior says he's fine.
It's sleepy time.
He's getting drunk surrounded by Pendrakes, though? Are we sure we're okay with this?
I mean,
Sirius hasn't told us his backstory yet, and he's been drunk with me several times. Yes, we're fine with it.
All right, fine. Fuck it.
In the way. Branch goes into his room and takes a nice sleep.
Very nice. Beaufort, what did you want to talk to Miria about real quick?
I go to Miria and I say, good evening, Miss Miria. How are you tonight?
Hey, what can we do for you?
Two things. One, does the guild carry any kind of, whether they need to be purchased or not, or whether they're just freely given for aid, maps of like notable like mines and things in the southern regions?
Not too many maps of the southern areas. A lot of our information is based out of Yetta Oder. There are some corresponding mines, but most of those are farther to the north, closer to the mountain homes. There are a few smaller ones, but they don't really yield anything of vast importance outside of the coal mines. I do believe that would be coming out of the northwest, but that might be a hair wrong. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at topography.
Oh no sweat, no sweat. I am as well. I'm still learning. I'm on the search for some mines and where I believe we may be going somewhere south in the near future. So I was gonna look and see. But number two, does when people arrive into town, mind you, this is my first time here, which is a lovely place, by the way. I do you get notified when people arrive through the guards, or do you like basically like have a mindset, like somebody tell you like, hey, these people have arrived, they're gonna be coming in soon?
Depending on the person's, if it's a known troublemaker, we generally get a heads up. Or if it's a person of particularly high status, they'll also give us a fair heads up just so we can get things in order. But past that, it's pretty free game as long as you're not some sort of psycho degenerate. We should be a-okay. Normal people kind of go in and out of the city freely after giving identification. It's pretty straightforward. It's worked for us so far.
Is it possible for adventurers to be looped in on that knowledge, or is it just for the guild?
That is just for the guild, unfortunately. We don't allow other adventurers to really gain preemptive knowledge on things unless it directly pertains to them or some sort of bounty or quest that they are undertaking.
What
Whether
about
it be for protection or something along those lines.
what about safety?
Security is discussed between those who wish to purchase mercenary or adventurer guild staff. That is an agreement solely between those two.
Okay. I didn't know. I thank you for the help. I wanted to find out because we got possibly a tip that some people that really don't like me are coming here, and if they were to show up, I want to make sure that we're clear and gone. So, anyways, thank you very much. You've been a great help. And by the way, if you ever need anything from me, once again, my name's Beaufort Steelgut. If you ever need anything from me, just let me know, holler at me, and I will more than willing to jump in front and help you out with whatever you need.
That is very kind of you.
And I'm going to go to the bar and get water, but in a mug, so it looks like I'm drinking. And I'm going to sit. Oh, I want to sit at a table exactly 30 feet away from Tyrius and the group of people.
Easy enough.
And I want to, I want to, since it's just me, I want to, and I'm also going to get a shot glass, and I'm going to sit down at a table exactly 30 feet from Tyrius and his group of people, and I'm going to put 4 gold in the shot glass and sit and wait.
Very nice. And I think this is a good place for us to cut session as most of the party is in bed. You and I can role play this tidbit out over the next couple of days. Yeah, just because it's getting late and I have work in less than 5 hours. So,
Oh no.
yeah,
Hey, it's all
it is
good.
what it is.
It's all good.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. You guys have decided to go south. Are you guys trying to leave tomorrow out of curiosity, just so I can plan things?
That's a good ass question.
I have not expressed it yet, but Beaufort is more than willing to accompany Erin wherever she goes for protection's sake. So, because Calliope wants to strut her stuff, Branch is probably going to go do some, training or something along those lines, or maybe even acquire some more stuff that he may need. And I know that he's competent, so I'm not worried about that. But with
Erin is going shopping. This is a girl thing. Calliope is taking her shopping.
Okay.
No, I'm going to Erin. We just don't strut after.
Okay.
We're gonna strut together. Mama bird and baby bird.
Well then,
we gonna strut.
Beaufort plans on hunting down like a city library, and if nobody needs him, then he's gonna go try to find some stuff on forging.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you for watching. Very much appreciated. I'm so glad you enjoyed it and stuck out to the end. Come back and see us live on stream, on TikTok, X, wherever you can find Raise the Idols. Come check us out. Stay up to date. All the fun things. It's going to be amazing. What an amazing ride. What an amazing story. And I hope you follow along.